What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Lobo Nation is on Jack FM. KOOI, Jacksonville, Tyler, Longview.
106.5 Jack FM presents the John King Coaches Show.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Well, good evening, Longview Lobo Nation. Welcome to the final week of the regular season. This is the John King Coaches Show. I'm Harlan, the sports guy, your host for this extravaganza. Welcome, Pigskin Bob.
Good afternoon, evening, morning, whatever it is.
Thursday morning we're doing this. Good morning, Coach.
Good morning.
Thanks for your flexibility. We are doing this on Thursday because I've got a Christmas present to pay off tonight to my wife.
Okay.
And I thought this is funny. She wants to see Queen, so we're going to see Queen tonight in Dallas. And I wanted to not have to get back early on Friday morning, so I asked Coach, could we do this Thursday morning? So I've got King in the morning, Queen at night. Is that perfect?
That's perfect day.
And I'm the Prince of Bits, so we've got it all covered.
And the Rangers won the World Series last night. How about that?
Day. Yeah.
Very cool.
I appreciate you because tomorrow I have some business to take care of with our freshman football team after they finish their regular season. So it kind of works out for everybody.
And Johnny got parked in the parking lot okay? So everything.
Well, he's not in a red truck. If he's in a red truck, he's going to park in 3 different spots.
That's right. So it's always fun to beat a rival. And you beat the Lions last week, and, you know, it was such a great history. You know, years ago, they would fight you tooth and nail, and you'd win over at Rose Stadium, and they won 1 or 2 over here. And it's such a wonderful rivalry. And now they got a new coach and seem to be on the way back up. And talk about the victory.
Well, it was a hard-fought victory. You know, Tyler High's much improved from what they were the last time we met them. You know, last year it was pretty convincing win. We had to go win this one, earn this one. Coach Woods has done a good job of getting those kids to buy in the belief and just how hard they played. I mean, it's a different football team, different kind of attitude, and you know that comes with the coaching change. But he's done a great job in a short amount of time there, and he's definitely got them headed in the right direction.
And early on in that game, it was a little bit scary.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I think that
we had some missed opportunities. You know, the score looked that way, but
yeah.
I mean, we knew that if we could just settle down, you know, pre-snap penalties, I think we had 5 of those. Had one to start the ball game, which kind of set the tone for the whole first quarter. But we were able to go down and get a score, and then they blocked the extra point, run it back.
Yeah,
6-5, like a baseball score.
Right.
You know,
and that's what had us a little bit going while we were pigging out on Papa Seed.
Yeah, then we get a turnover on the kickoff. We punch 2 in real quick, and it's 20-5. And you know they score to start the second half, and then first play Taylor Tatum goes 75 yards, kind of answers back, and then we run out the last 9 minutes of the game and don't score. We just get the ball and play Lobo ball and play keep away.
Right. This is the John King Coaches Show, and I want to say it's presented by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Buick in Longview, and it's got to be fun. How many times a night do you see Tatum bust one off and you go, I'm glad he's on my team and not the other team? That's got to be 3 or 4 times a night.
Well, it's nice to see him do it. He's just a special talent. He can run with physicality. He can run with speed. I mean, he gets a crease, he's gone. And he hadn't been caught many times, if ever. You know,
what did they do? What schemes did they do to try to stop him?
They loaded the box. Now, they played an 8-man, 9-man front a bunch. You know, they've been playing a 3-4 mostly throughout the year. Then they went to an even front look versus us and played with some bigger guys in the defensive line and did a good job of their scheme. We didn't do a good job of handling it and getting it adjusted. I think we didn't play particularly well up front. We've played better than that, and we're capable of playing quite a bit better. But, you know, had some missed opportunities on some throws. I know the opening drive we had a chance for a big play. It probably would have been a touchdown that we missed, but Andrew connected on some other big pass plays for us.
It was senior night?
Senior night,
at Lobos
33
Stadium.
seniors. Mm-hmm.
And I know it's important to you to try and get as many seniors in as you can. You got to get the game under control.
Well, they were all told that. The number one goal is win a game.
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to get all of you in if we can, and we almost did. I mean, there was – out of the 33, maybe 1 or 2 didn't play, and I hate that. I hate that for them. Hate it for the family, you know. But it's a team game, and that's the most important thing for us is trying to get the win.
Hopefully, you can get him in tonight. That's what we're looking at.
We hope to get him in every night. but it don't always work out like that.
It's funny. That's something we've known you long enough to know that's an important part of senior night, and every year it happens, and every year it comes up. A coach you don't think about has to weigh in his mind. I got to win a football game. I'm trying to wrap up a district and home field and get ready for the playoffs, and I got a game to win here tonight. But then also, did I get all my seniors in? Talking to your coaches on the headsets, and is everybody in? Everybody get in, and that's something as a casual fan you don't think about a coach has to deal with.
No, as a coach, you don't think about it until you have kids that go through that. For me, I got two kids that are now in college, and seeing them grow up, and you start thinking a little bit differently when you have kids that are in part of programs like that, and think, everybody wants to get in, and it's a little bit more important to me now than it was before I had kids that went through the process, and I know how important it is to them, the memory for them, and I also know how important it is to the families to see their child play on senior night and have success. So now we discussed it during the week, but we with the coaches, and I discussed it with the players, but there was a clear understanding that number one goal was winning the game. And that was first and foremost.
Well, you did win the game, a great victory, and now we're sitting pretty going into the playoffs. Got one more little thing to take care of, the West Mesquite Wranglers, and we'll talk about that game and wrap up the regular season, even maybe just humor us a little bit and look ahead to the playoffs. I know you take them one at a time, but Bob and I take them 3 or 4 at a time. So,
well, you're better than me, I guess.
Well, we've already got our reservations in at AT&T.
That's John King for Pigskin Bob. I'm Harlan, the sports guy. This is the John King Coaches Show, and it is presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick. In Longview, we'll come back and talk about the final game of the regular season for your Longview Lobos right here on your home for Longview Lobo Football 106.5, Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School Football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
2 great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
All right, on the Sports Guy, Pigskin Bob, we're back on the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM, presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Buick, Fiat in Longview. And, Coach, this is a good way to wrap up the regular season is because it's now we got a 6-game haul starting next week. And maybe the first week is not as tough, but after that, it's nothing but dogs the rest of the way. And seeing a West Mesquite on the last game of the season, you got to like that.
Well, I like the fact that we're district champions and we've secured the number 1 seed in the playoffs. That's what I like the most. You know, we still have 1 game left to play, and we're going to be playing for pride. I mean, that's what it is. You want to play your best football heading into the playoffs. So I hope our kids show up and play and are aggressive and play to our standard, not anybody else's. But no, happy to be sitting pretty, knowing we're in the playoffs. We're going to get a home game. Don't know against who yet. We'll find out Friday night. We got an idea of 2 teams, high possibility of being, but you know we got to go on the road to West Mesquite, and the thing you got to guard against is kids not being motivated, wanting to play.
Right.
When you go out there and go through the motions, that's when you play poorly, injuries happen, you lose continuity, and for a coach, it's frustrating as all get out. So we're gonna try to go be aggressive, winning ball game, and play to our standard.
Okay, going into the playoffs, and you're taking a team like West Mesquite. Do you use this as an opportunity to work in some new things that you're going to probably need in the playoffs and get a little practice at it tonight as well?
Well, you won't believe this, but we've been doing that for weeks. There's things that we've been putting in and working in practice we have not used in the game because we're going to use them down the road. You know. It's hard for you to believe that I would be that far in advance.
No, that's not. No, but do you use like real game?
He thinks he's better than you.
He does.
Yeah, is it real? Yeah, like, hey, listen, we've got these other things. This would be a good night to.
I mean, we're going to try to be aggressive. You know, and what does that mean? Does that mean we're going to go out and throw the ball every down? No, we're going to throw it some. We threw it 20 times the other night. You know, which is, I guess,
and that's a lot.
High mark for us this year. And then, you know, but we're going to go out and be as aggressive as we can be. I mean, there's things we feel like we can do. We can move the ball on. We feel things we feel like we can do defensively to stop them, and we're going to do it. It's not like we're going to line up and just say, hey, you know, we're going to have a glorified practice. We're going to do that. You know, how we approached it's week 11, but it's game 10. We've been practicing these kids for 13 weeks. You know, there's different ways to practice throughout the year, and, you know, we started the year off really physical practices, trying to get in rhythm, trying to find out what we can do, trying to, you know, really fine-tune what we're doing, and we got to that point. Now, you keep doing it that way with the number of snaps and the intensity that we started with, at some point, something's going to give. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got a breaking point, literally. I mean, you start having injuries, right? Mm-hmm. So now, you know, the snap counts of the drill work that we do, the number of snaps we take, we kind of pull back some. Instead of doing 40 snaps this week, we did 20.
Okay.
Good on good, you know, per day.
Right.
You know, so we had shorter practices, but they were good practices. You wouldn't walk through. You know, kids really got after it. And when you can do that, your timing, your physicality, the little things it takes to play good football, they stay in shape. You know, stay honed in on what you need to do. So I think
And you're also not afraid. Allow me to interrupt you. You're not afraid if we say we're going out and running 20 hard ones today, and then they're not going all out?
We're going to keep going.
We're going to keep. I've seen you do it. Yes.
I count. They don't. So, I mean, that's the thing about it. And I tell them, here's what's on the agenda. Here's what's on the practice script.
But it's only in pencil.
We're going to run 20 plays the right way. If I got to run that same play over and over and over and over, I'm going to run it over until you do it right.
Yeah.
You know, so
And they know that, and they get out there and bust
They
it.
know the expectation.
And they bust it.
And our coaches know that. But there's really no other way to get better than anything. I mean, we go out there and run a play, good on good, and 3 or 5 offensive linemen bust their assignment. You think we need to go into another one? No.
Yeah.
Repeat.
He just looked at me like I did it. Like I missed a block.
I think
if you missed,
asking that question.
So you missed 3 out of 5 questions on the test. Is that passing?
No, sir.
That's 40%. Redo it. We're going to get it to where we can get it passing. 100%.
So no wonder your defense is so good. They have to chase Taylor Tatum around every now and then.
Yeah, they do. And iron sharpens iron.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we practice. But you got to be smart how you do it, and when you do it. And, it'll change next week. It'll change the week after that. It'll change during Thanksgiving if we're lucky enough to still be playing.
Yeah.
So everything's kind of an ongoing evaluation.
One more question on West Mesquite. Is there anything they do that concerns you?
Yeah, they've got weapons. They've got speed. They can pop plays. And, you just can't let them do it over and over again. They're going to blitz us and slant us on defense and turning people loose.
Who's their guy on offense to watch out for?
The freshman running back's good.
Yeah.
Quarterback's elusive. Yeah. They're not throwing the ball as deep as what they did years past. I don't think they got the skill at receiver. But they have 5 freshmen on the varsity.
Wow.
That's a lot.
They're young.
Yeah.
That's why they're 3 and 6. I mean, they're growing up. Not very many seniors. They're going to be good in years to come. And they've got a bunch of sophomores. So you got to go play. You can't let them have life, but that ball bounce is funny now. I'm telling you, I've been in too many of them. So I'm going to respect everybody and try to go win the game, have the best plan we can to win the game.
Legendary announcer Al Hanna told me a couple years ago that you look at a roster, for every time you see a freshman playing in there, that's a loss.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of truth to that.
That's a loss down the road.
Yep.
Okay, you were talking about a lot of Lobo fans like me are looking ahead to the playoffs, and you said there's 2 teams that most likely we'll see in the next round. I know that district's kind of crazy, but tell the listeners who we're looking at a possibility of playing.
Well, the highest probability is to play the loser of New Caney Porter and Barbers Hill.
Okay.
I mean, Barbers Hill, if they win, they're first. If they lose, they're 4th. Crazy, right?
Uh-huh.
And New Caney Porter's in. Of course, if they can beat Barbers Hill, they'd beat them in a head-to-head tiebreaker, and they would be 3rd or whatever else. So I'd expect Barbers Hill's going to give their best effort. 1, because they want to have a home playoff game, and 2, they don't want to come to Longview.
No, sir.
So, no. But New Caney Porter's good enough to beat them. I have watched some of their film, and there's an outside shot. It could be Port Arthur Memorial or LaPorte. It'd be some strange things happen for it to be either one of those.
Yeah, the LaPorte Bulldogs having to come all the way up to Longview. That's kind of crazy. I spent some time down in the LaPorte area.
They're orange now. They bring that orange color up here.
Yeah, it's community service.
We wear green up here
to perform.
It's got to be fun when you think about those teams are thinking, God, if we win this, we got to go to Longview. Good God.
I've known teams to throw games, so they didn't.
Right.
That did happen. 2018.
Right.
Cool.
Sure.
Coppers
Yeah,
Cove.
I mean, you know what?
Coppers Cove beat Temple on the last game of the year, so Temple could play at home. They threw the game, in my opinion, to get the home play. If they lost, they got the home game against Mesquite on. If they won, they'd have to come to Longview. It was crazy.
That seems like it shouldn't be that way. It should have been flip-flop.
Yeah, I've been beat up a lot of times. I don't want to take a 5-hour bus ride to go get beat up and then ride home.
Because I bet they have tape on Longview.
They tanked,
I would imagine.
Yeah, they tanked the game, then they got beat by Horn. So it was a double whammy.
Right.
How about that?
Well, we're going to go out on top tonight. Another
I
win.
sure hope we do. Hey, before we get off, I want to say congratulations to our Lobo marching band.
Yeah.
74 years, for 74 consecutive years.
With the first division. And
First division.
You know, I'm a band guy, so I absolutely love that. I always think about some year that's going to snap. Some year. And, boy, you don't want to be that band director.
No.
Be the first guy to bring home a 2.
Rhonda Daniels done an excellent job with their band. She really has. They went to state and got 3rd, too. That was last week. So
one more thing. I voted yes for LISD kids this past week.
Bob, you support children?
I do.
God bless you, man.
I love them.
Appreciate
it's
you
all
going
for
out
the
and
kids.
voting.
You can still vote.
Yeah,
early
voting ends today, but the actual election day is Tuesday, November the 7th.
And remember, we're recording this on Thursday.
That's right. Well, It ends Friday. Excuse me. That's right.
So it ends Friday.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So vote.
when you
They
hear
won't
this-
hear it till Friday, will they?
And by that time, the polls are already closed. So
Yeah.
you
So
have
go
proven
vote Tuesday. If you're just now hearing this and hadn't voted, go vote Tuesday.
Vote yes for LISD kids. I can say it. You can't.
and vote early and vote
I
often.
love you, Bob.
That's what I say.
Yes for LISD.
Vote early and vote often.
Yeah, as many times as you can talk them into it.
That's right. Well, Coach.
Well, I appreciate all the people that's been a part of that, putting that bond election together.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of hard work going into that.
I bought a raffle ticket for the big wooden
I
Lobo.
did too. I bought 4 of them. If I don't
when is
win,
the
I'm going to be
drawing?
mad.
When's the drawing?
Saturday.
Okay.
I talked to Ann Hugman via email yesterday. I said, I do expect to win. I put it in all caps.
We're going to
So
get
draw
it up,
my
Harlan,
name,
and I
man.
split a
If
ticket.
we win, we're donating it to the program.
Yes.
I love it.
And we want a little sign, Harlan and Bob.
Harlan and Bob.
Think they're better than you.
We are.
They are. Will be.
Thank you.
Well, Coach, have a nice wrap-up game tomorrow night, and let's get ready for the 3rd season. We'll do that next week right here and have the John King Coaches Show probably on Friday morning. There's no chance you'll play Thursday.
No, it'll be
right?
a Friday game if it's the 2 we talked about. We've already agreed
Perfect.
to that. So I look
Vote
forward to
yes
hearing
for
you guys
LISD
Friday
kids.
night. Yeah.
All right, so we'll see you
Look forward to hearing you guys Friday night on my app.
Okay, there you go. Listen
you
on
go.
the app, KYKX 1057. And we do a halftime show during the Lobo game. You never get to hear that. Do you put it on in the locker room?
No,
And
not
let the
hardly.
kids catch up on the games?
No. No, most of them are on their phone. Most of them are already on their phones.
They're
looking.
probably trying to download the app to hear the Friday
Maybe
night.
that's what they're doing. They can't get service.
He's John King. That's Pigskin Bob. I'm Harlan, the sports guy. We'll send it to West Mesquite, Texas for tonight's call of the Longview Lobo, tomorrow night's call of the Longview Lobo West Mesquite game after this on your home for Longview Lobo football. That's 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
This has been the John King Coaches Show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by Peter Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Buick in Longview.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Bish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas, and we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back, and Bish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall, because if we're gonna go play, we might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview, at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
What time is it? Game time. Any dogs in the house? Woo, 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 woo. Now, with that out of the way, shall we begin?
Hell yeah! 106.5 Jack FM presents Longview Lobo High School Football.
KOOI Jacksonville. Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Also brought to you by Eastman Credit Union, Longview Kilgore Cable TV, Sorry and Hoover Law Firm, Bish's RV Center, Longview Orthopedic Clinic, Christus Good Shepherd, Soapy's Car Wash, Hot Dog Express, Telco Plus Credit Union, and McDaniel's Quality Body Works. The Lobos are on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobo Nation, it's time for Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM. Live from Mesquite Memorial Stadium. It's the final game of the regular season. Tonight, the state's second-ranked team in Class 5A Division I and the repeating District 7 5A Division I champion Longview Lobos take on the West Mesquite Wranglers. Good evening, I'm Brian Houston along with Johnny Vaughn. Coach John King is winding down his 20th season as the Longview head coach with a team that is 8-1 and 6-0 in district play. Last week, the Lobos wrapped up Coach King's 16th district title in those 20 years with a 34-12 win over the Tyler Lions. The Lobos defense got interceptions from Buda Garrett and Willie Nelson, and the Lobo offense was explosive. Kelvin Washington caught 6 passes for 172 yards and 2 touchdowns and added 56 rushing yards and another score on the ground. And the number 1 running back in the nation, Taylor Tatum, rushed for 225 yards and 2 touchdowns, one of them a 75-yard dash in the win. West Mesquite is coached by Frank Sandoval. They are 3-6 and 1-5 in district after falling to Lufkin last week 47-18. Wranglers got off to a 3-2 start but have lost 4 in a row in district play. They've struggled on both sides of the ball, averaging only 16 points per game while allowing 38 points per game on defense. In the last 4 games, they have given up 208 points, 52 points per game, including a 55-0 shutout against Lancaster. Longview beat West Mesquite 70-0 last year. Lobos would like to put on a strong performance heading into the playoffs, where they'll be at home next Friday night. And it's Longview against West Mesquite. We've got the coin toss going on at the center of the field right now. Lobos in their white jerseys, white pants, green numbers, green headgear, gold outlines. West Mesquite has won the toss. West Mesquite in orange, burnt orange jerseys with white numerals and black pants. And it looks like West Mesquite's going to take the football first. Johnny, welcome in, and thoughts about tonight's ball game.
Well, I don't think that there's probably anybody in this stadium tonight that thinks West Mesquite's going to beat Longview, but I think it's important that Longview comes in this and treats this like a game that's leading up to the playoffs next week, and you want to give a good effort. It'll be interesting to see how Coach King handles some of the players tonight. Taylor Tatum, maybe some of the other players he might, as the game goes on, take them out. But I think it's important that you don't lose momentum, and that's what always worries you, that you get out here and you play a sloppy game when you really need to be playing a great game going into the playoffs. Because, next week is for really every game becomes very important.
Sudden death at that point. So, all right, we're going to take a timeout, and we will come back and get ready for the kickoff tonight. Final game of the regular season, the Longview Lobos against the West Mesquite Wranglers. And you are listening to 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School Football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler Dodge Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months or 4.1% financing at 60 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick, online at peterscars.net.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Back at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where we're getting ready for the start of tonight's ball game, the final district game of the season for the Longview Lobos. They've already wrapped up the district championship, and so tonight it's a case of just trying to make sure you play sharp, don't get anybody hurt. Again, Longview won this ball game last year in Longview 70-0. Johnny, that's the hardest thing about a game like this. You've looked at the scores of these last 4 ball games that West Mesquite had, and every one of them was a disastrous blowout. Forney beat them 69-0. McKinney North beat them 61-19. Tyler beat them 45-14. Lancaster 55-0. And Lufkin 47-18. I don't know how you get a team ready for a game like this if you're telling them the truth.
Well, you know, this team has the same problem that North Mesquite has in that their numbers are just down. They don't have the same number of players, which makes it just difficult to compete against a team like Longview that's loaded up with excellent players. So,
well, they got to get ready and they got to play a ball game tonight, and they want to be sharp tonight. So the Lobos are going to kick off from our right to our left. Right now, 67 degrees. It's absolutely beautiful. Great night for football in a huge stadium that holds 19,000 people. There might be 3,000 here tonight. And Monteveus is going to kick off, and it's going to be taken by Kamari Carter. And it goes through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And so West Mesquite's going to take over 1st and 10, and they'll be at their own 25-yard line. The starting lineup: offensive line, Eric Berry is at center. The guards, Alberto Gonzalez and Randy Rodriguez. The tackles, Samuel Aguilar and Rodolfo Escobedo. The quarterback is Demetrius Ballard. Demarion Robertson is the freshman running back. Wide receivers, Jeremiah Bayo, Sean Hunt, Richard Clark. We'll get the Lobos defense in just a moment. They come out with 2 wide receivers to the left. In the spread, they'll hand it off to Robinson. Robertson is knocked down behind. Check that. McKinney is in there starting tonight at running back, and he was dropped for a 2-yard loss by Shepard. And it's 2nd down and 12 from the 23-yard line. Twin wide receivers to the left. Single wide receiver to the right, the short side of the field. Ball's on the right hash mark. They'll hand it off to McKinney again. And again, blown up in the line. Zarius Shepard again coming up off the bottom of the pile. Defense for Lobos: Billy Smith, Arian Harper, and Zarius Shepard on the front. Jamerson Derensburg, Brendan Reese, Kaysen Brooks, and Chase Smith, the linebackers. Jaden Simmons, Javian Robertson, the corners. And the safeties, Willie Nelson and Dadrian Garrett. It's 3rd down and 12. Twin wide receivers to either side this time. Again, ball on the right hash mark. Demetrius Ballard has thrown for 680 yards, and 4 touchdowns with 1 interception. He drops straight back, pressure coming. Now he's going to take off and run. 25, 30, 35, slides down at the 38-yard line. It's going to be a gain of 15 yards and a first down for the West Mesquite Wranglers.
He just stepped up in the pocket, and Longview's defensive line had gone by him and then had a lot of running room and able to pick up big yardage.
We had a penalty against Longview that's been declined, so that first down is going to stand at the 38-yard line. 1st and 10, West Mesquite. Opening drive of the ball game, no score. West Mesquite and Longview. Longview, the number 2 team in the state. They've won 8 in a row since dropping the opener by 2 points to McKinney High School. Twin wide receivers to the left. They'll hand it off this time. Coming up the middle, the freshman running back, Demarion Robertson, fights to about the 45-yard line. That's going to be an 8-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 2 from the 45.
Wrangler ball, 2nd and 3.
Ball's in the middle of the field this time. Ballard has the running back lined up on his right side. He's got 2 wide receivers to the short side of the field. And a handoff up the middle. Robertson close to the first down. And they got it. They're going to move the sticks. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line after the 4-yard gain. So West Mesquite with 2 first downs so far against the Lobo defense.
Wrangler ball, 1st and 10.
Yeah, after the long run from the quarterback to pick up the first down, they've actually moved the ball since then.
Here come the Wranglers, 1st and 10. They'll have a wing back to the left, 2 wide outs to the right. They send a man in motion. That's Sean Hunt. He'll line up in the slot to the left. And now timeout is called by West Mesquite. They didn't like what they saw, so they'll take that timeout. We'll take it with them. 30-second timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler Gladiator and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Black Friday sales event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
West Mesquite called the timeout. It's 8:45 to go here in the first quarter. No score between West Mesquite and Longview. Opening drive of the game. Wranglers with 2 first downs. They have the ball at their own 48-yard line. 1st and 10 against the Lobos. And they'll come in with a wing left, 2 wide receivers to the right. Again, Hunt goes in motion from the right to our left, sets up in the left slot. And a quick pass out to the right side, caught at the 50, out to the 48-yard line. The tackle made by Buda Garrett on number 16, the tight end, Jalen Hicks. And that's going to be a 5-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd down and 5. West Mesquite now in Longview territory at the 48-yard line.
In on the tackle for the Lobos was Jaden Simmons.
Run a lot of motion, a lot of misdirection, trying to get people out in space and get something to their playmakers. 2nd down is actually going to be 6 from the Lobo 48-yard line. In the gun, handoff, Robertson tries the left side, bulls forward, gets inside the 45 down to around the 43-yard line. And this time it was Javian Robertson making the stop. 3rd down and 2 at the 44-yard line of Longview. 7:38. Not eating up a lot of yardage, but they're burning a lot of clock, is West Mesquite in this opening drive. Ballard will hand it off, running into a stone wall and dropped in the backfield. Big hit by Isaiah Horton. who blew through the hole and stopped him on third down. That was Robertson who carried the ball. And now it's 4th down and 5 at the 47-yard line after a loss of 2 on the play, and they're going to go for it without a huddle. Wing left, they'll hand it off. Quick pass, RPO, bat it down. And I believe that was Chase Smith that got his hands up and knocked that ball down, and the ball's going to go over on downs to the Longview Lobos.
I actually had a chance to intercept that. It was thrown right at him. He was just only about 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage, couldn't pull it in.
So a 5-minute drive ends in the ball going over on downs to the Lobos, and they'll have a great field position at their own 47-yard line. And we'll check their lineup in just a moment. I'll let you know that Andrew Tutt is the quarterback. Taylor Tatum is, of course, the tailback, and he's going to get the first handoff, and boy, he gets driven right back, and that is a big-time tackle out there.
That wasn't Tatum.
I'm sorry.
That was Mason Washington.
Oh, my gosh, Mason Washington already. So Tatum comes off the field. They had Tatum lined up in the slot, and they'll move him around all over the place. So that's one thing you got to keep an eye on. 2nd down and 8. Longview at their 49-yard line. Tight end moves over to the right side. Andrew Tutt, RPO, out left side. It's dropped by Kalen Reese out at around the 45-yard line. Ball was there. He just didn't hang on to it. 3rd down and 8. Tavian Morgan's the center. Jacoby Watts and Cedric Wrighton are the guards. Cameron Murray and Fernando Longoria are the tackles. Cedric Mitchell, the tight end. Kalen Reese, Ethan Harrison are the wide receivers. Andrew Tutt, Taylor Tatum. You'll also see plenty of Kelvin Washington, Mason Washington. We'll see a litany of running backs tonight. 3rd down and 8. 2 wide outs go to the right side. 2 running backs. Now they'll send Tatum in motion, and they'll hand off to Mason Washington. Washington breaks into the secondary. 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Longview.
Oh, Mason Washington.
Wow.
Turns that into a 53-yard score.
Wow, explosive plays by the Longview Lobos. And they're on the board first with 6:10 to go. So West Mesquite held the ball for almost a little over 5 minutes to open the game. Lobos answered with a 40-second drive. It seems like.
Yeah, and the big score from Mason Washington, who hadn't really got a lot of chances this year, but popped that one for a big touchdown.
John Monteveas' extra point is up, and it's good. And with 6:10 to go in the first quarter, Lobos lead at 7-0 over West Mesquite. You're listening to Longview Lobos football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Sobeys Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Sobeys Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Sobeys is a place to be.
Sobeys Car Wash. Just say the works.
Literally a 47-second drive, 53 yards. Mason Washington takes it 53 to the house for the score. Longview leads at 7-0 with 6:10 to go in the first quarter. John Monteveas will step up and kick it off. And again, they'll allow the ball just to bounce through the back of the end zone. And West Mesquite will start at their own 25 with 6:10 to play here in the first quarter. So much like last week, Lobo's not having to do much in the way of driving. They just blow it up. They get explosive plays and take it to the house. And they've got so many players that can do that, Johnny. That's what's so crazy.
I mean, that's I guess, the third running back on the team, and he pops one for over 50 yards. So that tells you all you need to know about their depth at running back.
1st and 10, West Mesquite. They have the ball on the right hash with a H-back on the right side. They'll hand it off, and bottling him up for no gain on the play. Robertson had the carry, and in on the stop, Brendan Reese leads that defense. So a loss of 1 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down and 11 as the ball is at the 24-yard line. They have 2 wide receivers lined up to the short side of the field, the boundary side in front of the West Mesquite bench. Lobos moving around, communicating, long snap count. And now a quick quarterback throw out to the right side, caught and then slung down. Darrensburg throws him down. Jeremiah Bio, the wide receiver, not able to get much out of that. And so it's going to be 3rd down after a gain of about 2. And it's going to be 3rd down and 9 now from the 26-yard line. Ballard, the quarterback, claps once, freezes the defense. Now check the sidelines. 2 wide to the right. The ball's on the right hash mark. He's got a running back lined up to the right in the gun. Now they'll shift the H-back over to the left side. Buda Garrett shifts with him. Flag goes down. And we got delay of game. Illegal procedure, rather. And it's against West Mesquite. And so that'll back it up 5 yards. A lot of motion and a lot of moving around, but never getting anything off. With 4:31 to play here in the first quarter. So the ball's backed up to now the 21-yard line. And they've got twin wide receivers to either side. And a play action, back to throw, pressure coming. Quarterback steps up, fires the ball, caught at the 29-yard line, and then brought down right there. Catch was made by Sean Hunt, and it was Jaden Simmons right on the spot to make the tackle. The gain is to the 29-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 6, and that's going to force a punt. Lobo defense for their second stop on the second possession.
You got Willie Nelson back here to return the punt. He's definitely a threat.
Nestor Leon is lined up back at his 16. Minimal pressure, good punt, short but high. Willie Nelson steps up, catches it in traffic, taking the fair catch, and it's going to be 1st and 10 Lobos at their own 46-yard line with 3:24 to play here in the first quarter. Last time it only took them 3 plays, and Mason Washington took it 53 yards to the house for their first score. John King would love nothing better than to get this thing under control real early, empty his bench, rest his starters. Man in motion to the near side, whistle blows. Every time the Lobos seem to run motion, they get called for illegal procedure, and they just got called that time. 5-yard penalty, and John King just puts his head down. King in a different outfit tonight, all black. He's got his Johnny Cash outfit on tonight. Black pants, black jacket, white cap. First time we've seen that look. Of course, it's really about the first time he's even needed a jacket this year. So it'll be 1st down and 15 now. Lobos at their own 41-yard line. This time they'll throw a quick flare out to Mason Washington. Gets a block on the edge. Gets out to the 50, across midfield, and down at around the 47-yard line. Gain of 12 on the play and a 1st and 10 Lobos. Check that. 2nd down and 3. Got 7 on the bubble screen. Mason Washington getting some key touches early in this ball game. Now we've got an I formation. Washington at fullback. Taylor Tatum the tailback. On 2nd down and 3, H-back shifts to the left. Tatum gets the ball right up the middle, busts it outside. Still trying to break it outside. Good lateral pursuit and a good tackle, but still Tatum with enough running room to get what's close to a 1st down. They'll give him the 1st. He ran up in the middle, nothing there. Bounced out, tried to get to the right tackle, still nothing there. Bounced out again, then tried to head to the sidelines. They were able to catch him to keep him from breaking it for a big gain, but he got the 1st down at the West Mesquite 44-yard line. 2:34 to go, 1st quarter. Tutt rolls to his left. He'll fire it out left side. It's caught at the 37-yard line and then brought down out there. That's Taylor Tatum on the catch.
Yeah, Tatum was in the slot, and he just ran a little route, and he rolled to the left, made the throw and catch.
Got a penalty, and it's going to be another one of the 5-yard variety. So I didn't see the call, but I just heard that it was against Longview, and they'll back it up all the way back to the 49-yard line. So wipe out that catch, and it's 1st down and 15. That's the kind of thing that John King does not want to see on the 11th week of the season.
No.
A bunch of 5-yard penalties when you're trying to get ready for the playoffs. Reese will go wide right. Ethan Harrison lines up wide left. I formation. Ball's on the right hash mark. Tutt turns, hands off to the tailback. Tatum breaks it outside. Still running, but again, great lateral pursuit to bring him down with only a 5-yard gain. Emmanuel Rose, the linebacker, did a great job of bringing him down before he could bust it for a really long gain. But they're back in West Mesquite territory at the 43-yard line. 2nd down and 9, 1:35 to play. Man in motion to the near side, Ethan Harrison. Play action, quick pass to Harrison in the flat. He's blown up right there. Good tackle as it's sniffed out immediately by number 28, David Mendoza. And so now it's 3rd down and 10 after a 2-yard gain.
On the tackle for the Wranglers, David Mendoza.
Tight end checks back in for the Longview Lobos, number 93, Cedric Mitchell. Tatum comes out of the ball game. In the game, Jalen Taylor, wide receiver, goes wide right. Ethan Harrison out to the left. Maverick Rowan at quarterback right now.
Coach King is out on the field, and he didn't like something.
So he had all kinds of people. Rowan at quarterback at that time. So interesting substitutions, but a timeout called by Longview. Let's take it with them. 43 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. Longview 7, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Interesting substitutions by Longview and Coach John King already with only a 7-0 lead, 43 seconds to go in the 1st quarter. And suddenly we see wholesale substitutes, including Maverick Rowan at quarterback. And he's in there now on 3rd down and 10. And he'll roll to his right. Looks downfield, fires right side. It's caught and out of bounds for a 1st down at the 27-yard line by Jalen Taylor. Nice throw by Maverick Rowe. And meaningful time for these kids, which is not always a bad idea as you, again, getting ready for the playoffs. The ball is going to be spotted at the 33, It's 1st and 10 Lobos, 37 seconds to go. I formation this time. They'll turn and hand it off. Tatum's back in the ball game. Goes right up the middle, gets to the 20-yard line. They'll spot him down around the 19. It's a 15-yard gain and a first down for the Lobos.
In on the tackle was Isaiah McDonald.
Rose stays in the game at quarterback. Tatum comes off.
1st and 10.
Reese goes to the wide right. I believe Kelvin Washington. No, that's Mekhi Stewart. And they'll hand it off, sweeping left. And that's Kelvin Washington at the 5, knocked down at the 3-yard line. That's a 17-yard gain on a sweep by Kelvin Washington. And now we're just seeing players coming in and out of the ball game, and so we're going to see pretty much everybody on offense tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Kelvin Washington, though, with his first carry, he picks up 17 yards. And every time we see him run, I mean, he gets more and more impressive.
That's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Longview 7, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters Ram in Longview is the #1 Ram truck dealer in East Texas. Don't miss the biggest deal in Texas. The Ram Half-Ton Lone Star. 0% for 72 months or get $9,000 off. Ram heavy-duty trucks. The largest selection this year. And Ram commercial and fleet units are in stock and ready to go to work. The largest selection of new Ram vehicles at Peters Ram during the Black Friday sales event. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Time to get it on.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
Lobos start the second quarter. They have the ball, 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. I formation. And they'll turn and hand it off. Tatum easily into the end zone. Touchdown, Longview. Taylor Tatum. That is touchdown number 16 rushing for the senior #1 running back in the country. Headed to Oklahoma. Lobos up by 2 scores. 54-yard drive that started with 3:24 to go. So basically a 3.5-minute drive, and John Monteveus will try the extra point. It's up, and it's good. And with 11:55 to go in the first half, Longview 14, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Tonight's ball game brought to you in part by Longview Kilgore Cable, McDaniel's Quality Body Works, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, Peters Automotive Group, Christus Medical Center, and Soapy's Car Wash. John Monteveus kicks it off. It's taken at the 15-yard line, coming to the 30, 35, broken tackle. Still trying to fight him down at the 40. Willie Nelson finally slings him down, but a good return by number 15, Marvin McGee. And West Mesquite with nice field position on that kickoff return.
Yeah, Coach King won't be happy with that. That coverage on the kickoff, if they returned it out to the 40-yard line.
So West Mesquite trailing 14-0. Other sponsors of tonight's ball game, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm and Eastman Credit Union. They'll come out with a wing to the left, two wideouts to the right, running backs lined up on the left-hand side, and they'll give it to him on a handoff. Big hole, 50, 45 in Lobo territory, and finally brought down by Buda Garrett is the freshman. He's an outstanding running back that can hit it from everywhere, Demarion Robertson, and it's a first down for West Mesquite in Lobo territory at the 44. It's a gain of 16.
Yeah, that was a straight dive play, and Longview just didn't defense it.
And a lot of, again, people in on defense. Christopher Wilder already in as either an outside backer or defensive end. 1st and 10, handoff. No, RPO, deep shot, left side. Ball's off the hands of the receiver and out of bounds, incomplete.
West Mesquite sideline saying that there was pass interference, but they didn't call it.
Well, the ball was thrown out of bounds. It was very unlikely he was going to be able to come up with it anyway. Jeremiah Bio, I believe, was the intended receiver. And so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. West Mesquite in Lobo territory. Handoff. Robertson is brought down by Zarius Shepard after a gain of only 2 on the play. And there's a man down for the Lobos, and that's what you don't want to see right now. We've got an injured player, and that would be Chase Smith, and that would be not good for your starting outside linebacker to be sitting on the field right now. Timeout on the field with the injury timeout. Longview 14, West Mesquite nothing. 10:49 to go first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Chase Smith walking slowly off of the field, but not limping noticeably, so we would think this is pretty minor, but I would guess that might be the last action we see from Chase Smith tonight.
Yeah, he won't be back for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't risk it.
No.
3rd down and 8 for West Mesquite. They have the ball at the Longview 43-yard line. Demetrius Ballard hands it off, up the middle, running left side, gets across the 35, over to the 33-yard line. Demarion Robertson again with a strong run and a first down, West Mesquite. And again, he's a freshman running back, but you heard in the pregame show John King talking about his explosiveness. And you're going to be dealing with him for 3 more years. 1st and 10 from the 34. Wing left, wide receivers, 2 of them are out to the right, lone receiver out to the left. Left hash mark. Ballard has his running back lined up to the left side. H-back moved, but got set before the snap. They'll hand it off again to Robertson, trying the left side. Robertson not getting anything. Shepard again with the tackle. Wilder right there in the neighborhood. It's 2nd down and 8 at the 31-yard line. 4-yard gain. Frank Sandoval and staff not in any big hurry to get the call in. Play clock is at 7 seconds to go. Now they get up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock at 3, at 2, at 1. They call timeout right before the snap because that clock got away from them. So with the timeout charged to West Mesquite, we'll take it with them 30 seconds. Longview 14, West Mesquite nothing. 9:18 to play first half. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Back at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn. Don't forget, we'll hand it off at halftime to Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob for the final regular season Friday night scoreboard show. They'll preview that for you at halftime. You'll hear that scoreboard show as always on Kicks 105.7. But right now we get with 9:18 to play in the first half. Lobos up 14-0. It's second down and 8. From the Longview 31 for West Mesquite. They'll hand it off and dropped in the backfield. Nice defensive play. Billy Smith ate up that running back, Demarion Robertson. He got penetration right there at the line and nothing doing. No gain on the play. It's third down and 8 now from the 31. And again, Robertson lined up on the left side. They clap hard, see where the defense is lined up, then check the sidelines for a call. And again, that play clock just runs down. It's at 10. They're at 7. At 5, taking 4 seconds. Boy, it's taken forever to get the snap off. They did get it off. And back to throw. Ballard over the middle, picked off. Thomas Roll.
Well, that's a great interception as he came over from safety position, made a leaping interception.
I want to say that's like his third interception of the year. He picked it off inside the 10-yard line at about the 6th. The ball was thrown high, nobody out there except Thomas, and he made the interception. Lobos take over first and 10 at their own 7-yard line. 8:26 to play.
It's pretty clear that what West Mesquite is trying to do is use as much clock as they can when they get the football.
Just shorten the game, I guess.
They're trying to shorten the game and keep the ball away from Longview that way.
Rowe in at quarterback, drops back to throw, play action, deep shot, man open, DeKalen Reese caught at the 46-yard line. They're going to give him the 48. That is going to be a 43-yard completion by Maverick Rowe to DeKalen Reese.
That was a great throw and a great catch. Maverick Rowe hadn't got a lot of chances this year, but that was a nice throw.
And that gets it to the Longview 48-yard line. Explosive play, first and 10, Lobos. Now Rowe back to throw, fires left side just into the flat screen. Looks like Ethan Harrison will fight to the 45 in West Mesquite territory. It is Ethan Harrison on the wide receiver screen. He gains about 8 on the play. And there's a flag. That's a hold against Longview, so wipe that play out. And they'll be looking at a first and 20 now. Maverick Rowe getting some meaningful time here in a ball game that you can't say is just put away at this point.
Well, he's thrown 3 times and completed 3.
First and 20 now, Longview. At their own 38-yard line. I formation. They'll turn. Hand it off. Taylor Tatum tries the right side. Dragged down at about the 43-yard line. Again, West Mesquite doing a good job of stringing it out. Emmanuel Rose, the linebacker, was able to drop him after a gain of about 5 on the play.
4 yards on the play brings up a 2nd and 16.
2nd and 16 is the situation now with the ball at the 42-yard line. Lobos in their own territory will send 2 wide out to the left side. Tatum's in the left slot. Rowe back to throw. Fires deep. Left side. 50-50 ball going up to get it. Reese couldn't come down with it. He was covered on the play. Ball was underthrown, so it was going to be strictly a jump ball.
Brings up a 3rd and long for the Lobos.
And I believe he was covered out there by Aiden Rusk, number 5, the corner. And so now it's 3rd down and 16 from the 42-yard line. And you would expect passing down, but with a young quarterback, who knows? Tatum will go out into that left slot again. They've got an H-back lined up, and the man in motion, the running back, comes out of the backfield. Deep shot again, this time. Man open. Oh, it's caught and then dropped at the 16-yard line. That should have been grabbed. Incomplete by number 16, Jalen Taylor. Inexperienced wide receiver. Ball right there on the money, and he was open on the post pattern, and it was incomplete. So they'll have to punt the football.
No, that was not a perfect throw, but a good throw that should have been caught.
Should have been caught. That's the main thing. So, opportunity missed. Lobos will have to punt it. John Monteveas. The line of scrimmage is the 42-yard line. He's back at his own 28. He'll get a good punt off into the wind. Bounces at the 30, and then will die at around the 28-yard line. It's a 32-yard punt, and Wranglers will take over 1st and 10. They'll have it at their own 28-yard line, it looks like. 6:21 to play here in the first half. Lobos up 14-0. So a wasted explosive play by Longview, a 43-yard bomb from Rowe to DeKalen Reese. They weren't able to score or get anything out of that. They have to settle for the punt and turn it over. And so West Mesquite now 1st and 10 from their own 28-yard line. Handoff. Right side that gets to the 30, 31-yard line. Robertson again with 3 yards. 2nd down and 7.
He's taken down there by Billy Smith.
Another tackle by Billy Smith. He's had about 10 already.
He's doing okay.
First half.
From the 31, 2nd down and 7. Ballard, the quarterback, checks the sidelines. Yeah, Johnny, they're just content to try to run this clock down and keep this game as short as possible. Play clock is at 5 right now. Now they snap the ball. Play action RPO, right side, caught at the 35-yard line, and then out there to make the tackle on the play. Looks like it was Jaden Simmons. And that gets out to the 35-yard line, just a gain of 4 on the play, so now it's going to be 3rd down and 3. And they're going to be content just to take the air out of the ball.
Well, they're going to milk the clock again. They just run it down just about every play to
You're right.
5 seconds or so left, and then they snap the ball.
Now we got 16 seconds to go on the play clock. Now they snap the ball quickly this time. Ballard throws a screen pass. Robertson runs right into the defender, and there's no running room for him. Brendan Reese swallows him, but he got enough yardage to get the first down at around the 38-yard line. Now they get right up to the line of scrimmage. They're going to run fast. 2 wide outs to the left side this time. Wide receiver to the right. And now they'll take their sweet time again as they get the play in. They lined up like they were going to go tempo. And now they snap it and hand it off. Robertson runs right into a big defensive line. And it's Brendan Reese who comes up off the bottom, so no gain on that play. Lobo defense having none of it on 2nd down and 10. 4:14 to play in the first half. It's 14-0. Interesting strategy by West Mesquite. We're not worried about winning the game. We're just going to see if we can keep this thing to an hour and a half. Handoff, play action rather. Ballard back to throw. Looks left side, nobody there, just threw it away. As in his face was Reese, and he just threw it into the sideline. There could be intentional grounding there. There was no receiver there, and he was not outside the tackle box. Intentional grounding is the call. And so that's a loss of down, spot foul. And so they'll spot the ball back at the 29-yard line. And it's third down now. And 19 for West Mesquite with 3:53 to play.
This is kind of a defensive offense that they're running.
It's very... it's like a four-corner in basketball. Remember the good old days when you didn't have a shot clock?
Yeah.
You see North Carolina win a game 16-12. You know, two wideouts to the left side this time. Wing right, tackle moved, and it's going to be an illegal procedure penalty on the right tackle. That's going to be Rodolfo Escobedo, who, sorry, but his butt flinched. It's the best way I can put it. And he's backed up 5 yards back to the 24.
Well, that's
a not safe for work kind of a description, I guess.
So they can run some more clock off here when they started.
They won't run any clock, but they'll run the play clock down for some reason. Yeah. It won't do them any good this time, though. They need to snap the ball. All right, two wideouts to the left. It's the short side of the field. Ballard, play action, fires a ball deep right side. Again, Thomas Roll with his second interception of the night. The ball overthrown. Roll was out there in double coverage, and Thomas Roll with his second pick of the first half. Just playing center field out there. Kind of looked like Evan Carter.
Yeah.
You know, just run it down and picked it off. And so Lobos take over with 3:46 to go in the first half. They have the ball at their own 47-yard line. Two turnovers by West Mesquite. When they're not trying to run the clock down, they just throw it up for grabs, I guess. And they'll hand it off. Short run. Tough running yardage for Taylor Tatum. Gets only 2 on the play. It's going to be second down and 8. I guess they've decided they're just going to stack the box and make sure he doesn't run wild on them, but everything else is open. 3:24 to go, first half. At the 49-yard line from the I formation. There's a whistle and a penalty, and that's going to be a legal procedure against the Lobos. And that's on the tight end. That's been the problem. The tight ends have been the problems on the illegal procedures many of the times. This time it was Tyreek Tennyson who got flagged for the early move. They've had problems with that all year long, and they've got to get it cleaned up before the playoffs.
Yeah. I'm not really sure why that continues to be a problem, but it does.
And 9 times out of 10, it seems to be the tight ends that have the problem. All right, second down, 12. Rowe fires it deep, left side. Ball underthrown, caught. Out at the 22-yard line to Kalen Reese. Makes the grab, goes out of bounds. It's a 36-yard pass. Rowe to D.K. Reese. And another explosive play. The youngster likes to throw it deep. 36 yards. First and 10 Lobos. They're at the West Mesquite 23-yard line. Rowe drops back to throw, fires right side. Again, thrown, caught. Ethan Harrison this time at the 1-yard line. 22-yard completion. Suddenly, oh my, flag down. That'll bring that back. Oh, mercy. Well, they've taken away at least 2 good completions that Rowe had.
Well, you got to admit.
Oh, they're waving the flag off. Sorry about that, Johnny.
That Rowe has been impressive, getting his first real action of the year with the accuracy of his passes.
They don't mind taking shots with him. And now he's coming out. Tatum's coming in. Looks like they're going to run the Wildcat. Well, let's see. No, Rowe ran over to the sidelines to get a call from John King, and now he's coming back in. Tatum checks in. It's 1st and goal from the 2. Lone back, and it's an unbalanced line, and they hand it off on a wide receiver sweep to Ethan Harrison, who gets to the 1-yard line.
In on the tackle for the Wranglers was Jaden Redmond.
I think his first carry of the year.
I believe you're right.
Lobo ball, 2nd and goal.
2nd goal now from the 2. Reese checks out. Mackay Stewart comes in. Rowe with a fullback, and Tatum dotting the I on 2nd and goal from the 1. Handoff, Tatum sweeps left, walks into the end zone, touchdown, Longview. Taylor Tatum. 2-yard touchdown run, Lobos up by 3 scores. Thanks to a couple of long passes by Rowe to Reese. Monteveus will come in now. It was a 53-yard drive. About 2 minutes. Rowe holds. Monteveus' kick is up, and it is good. And now, with 1:57 to play in the first half, it's Longview 21, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Peters Chevrolet has a new shipment that just arrived. Our largest selection of trucks and cars of the year. With Silverados, Silverado Heavy Duty, and the Silverado Diesel half-ton trucks with up to 29 miles per gallon. And don't miss fantastic deals, like 1.9% financing on Silverado and Silverado Heavy Duty. So check out the largest selection of new Chevrolets at Peters Chevrolet. Online at peterscars.net. Peters Chevrolet. Find new roads.
Taylor Tatum's 2nd 2-yard touchdown run of the night gives the Lobos a 21-0 lead. 1:57 to play in the first half against West Mesquite at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. Monteveus will kick it off. It will bounce at the 1 and then finally go into the end zone and die there for the touchback. And so West Mesquite will come out again starting this drive with 1:57 to play in the first half. They'll have the ball at their own 25-yard line. Their strategy in the first half has been just to try to take as much clock down as possible, but really not to do much else with it.
Well, in some respects, it's kind of worked. It's only 21-0.
Yeah.
So
I mean, based on some of the scores we've seen in some of those previous district games, I guess they decided this is the better way to go than getting lit up for 61-0 or something. So 1st and 10, West Mesquite. They'll have an H-back lined up to the left, 2 wideouts to the right. They'll quick pass out to the left side, caught and then thrown down right there by Jaden Simmons. Catch was made by Marvin McGee. Short gain on the play. And a timeout called by Longview as the ball got out to the 29-yard line with 1:40 to go. Lobos take their first time out of the night. It's 21-0 Longview over West Mesquite. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
John King all the way out to the numbers wanting to hear what's going on with the officials because they were over the other sideline talking to Frank Sandoval, the head coach for West Mesquite, but he's not going to get any answers now. The officials are huddling, though, right around the football. And King's still out almost to the hash marks. Oh. Okay, they're resetting the clock. 1:46, so he lost 6 seconds on it. So Sandoval wanted more time put on the clock. Guess Longview likes that idea, too. If they called the timeout, they'd like to get the ball back here before half. So on 2nd down and 8 now from the 28-yard line. West Mesquite checks the sidelines for the signals from the coaches. Again, take a lot of time to get the handoff off, and then off to the left side, out to the 30, 35-yard line. Thomas Roll makes the tackle on Robertson, the freshman. And that moves the chains for a first down for West Mesquite. With 1:37 to play, they're out to the 37-yard line. About an 8-yard gain on the play. And again, they come up to the line of scrimmage and then take a lot of time. They let the play clock run down. It is at 12, 10, 7. Now they snap the ball. And Robertson gets the handoff, and he runs right into the defense. Zarius Shepard brings him down. Christopher Wilder in there as well. So they seem content just to run as much clock as they can, get a few yards, and then line up and do it all over again. 2nd down and 8 from the 39 with 51 seconds to go. One thing I do know, based on the way they're doing things right now, Lobos aren't going to see the ball again in this first half.
They're really just using the clock to try to keep the scores.
That's all they're doing. Wing left, 2 wide to the right. 2nd down and 8. Quick pass out there, slant, bobbled, and then caught. Still trying to run out to about the 48-yard line. That's, again, Marvin McGee, and he picks up a first down with 27 seconds to go. And you wonder if they were a little bit more deliberate about things, if they weren't making more of this offense than they've gotten so far. This time Ballard back to throw, flushed out of the pocket. Now he's got a lot of running room. Flag goes down. There's going to be a hold called on defender against Taylor Tatum. I'm sorry, Christopher Wilder. Down there was number 64, Samuel Aguilar, and he had a hold of Christopher Wilder back at the 45-yard line. So forget whatever game they might have had downfield. They're going to bring it back. That's a 10-yard penalty, a spot foul. So they'll mark the ball back at the 40-yard line of West Mesquite with 18 seconds to go. It's first down now and 18 yards. They've got to get to the Longview 42 for a first. Clock's sitting on 18, and the play clock's just running down.
It's going to be the last play of the half, I suspect.
You would sure think.
It's down to 5 seconds.
Now they'll snap it at 2. Quick pass, right side, slant. Goes up and gets it, and then thrown down. Good defense by Kason Brooks out in the right flat on the completion.
Ball out to the 43-yard line. Pick up 4 yards on the play.
A 4-yard gain, and a timeout is going to be called with 3 seconds to go. It's 2nd down and 14. This has been the strangest football game I've watched in a long, long time.
It is.
Because I can't figure out exactly what is happening here. Longview has gone to subs early in the ball game when it was only 7-0. They made the quarterback change and decided they were going to give Tutt a rest tonight. Maverick Rose getting some meaningful snaps. We've seen a lot of guys in on both sides of the ball, but we've also seen West Mesquite just more than willing to just take their foot off the gas and let the clock run as much as possible without running a play.
Again, I just think that this is an effort to keep the score down.
I guess so.
And because they've showed that they're just going to run as few plays as possible and not worry about the fact that they're probably not going to have time to score when you do this.
The only smart thing about it is it keeps the Longview offense over on the sidelines, and you know they could score in 30 seconds. So,
well, I think that's why they're doing it.
Maybe so. So here we go with a third, with 3 seconds to go, and a second down and 15 for West Mesquite for what should be the last play of the game. 3 wideouts to the left side. And Ballard back to throw, chased out of the pocket. Now he's going to look downfield. He's trying to run to get something. He just runs till he runs out of clock and then runs it out of bounds, and that's the end of the first half. And at the halftime, Longview 21, West Mesquite nothing. We'll take a timeout, get you into the Eastman Credit Union halftime show. And we'll recap the scoring for you in a bizarre ball game here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, We might as well go all the way. Bish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgig now. That's cablelinks.com/getgig now. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites: the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Go all the way back to the beginning when God created football.
Football! Let's go! Welcome to the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston and Johnny Vaughn at halftime at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where the Longview Lobos have a 21-0 lead over the West Mesquite Wranglers. Been a strange ball game, but we'll recap it right here. After the Lobos forced the West Mesquite Wranglers to turn the ball over on downs on their opening possession, they turned around and got an explosive play. Mason Washington taking it 53 yards for a touchdown to give Longview a 7-0 lead with 6:10 to go in the quarter. That's where it ended at the end of one. At the beginning of the second quarter, Taylor Tatum was able to take it in and score to make it 14-0 with 11:45 to play in the first half. 14-0 Longview. Thomas Roll had 2 interceptions in the second half. And then late in the second half, Maverick Rowe had a couple of long passes, 36 yards to DeKalen Reese and 22 yards to DeKalen Reese. That set up a 2-yard touchdown run by Taylor Tatum. That was his second 2-yard touchdown run of the night, made it 21-0 with 1:57 to play in the first half, and that's where we stand, 21-0 at halftime. Johnny, it looks like West Mesquite's strategy is to limit the number of possessions Longview's had, because they've only had the ball 4 times in the first half. And the game, we have a 1-hour first half. And that seems to be West Mesquite's strategy, is just to be satisfied, just to get this game going as fast as possible and get out of here.
Yeah, I think the fact that this season has been so bad for them, they've been beaten in a number of games very badly, and I think that they're just looking at this and say, okay, how can we keep this game close? And I think what they came to the conclusion is basically when you get the ball, you just don't do much with it and just try to eat as much time, which to a certain degree it's just 21-0. So I mean it's been, I guess, effective, but I'm not sure what that's really doing for you.
Now on the other side of that, what immediately came to my mind, you remember when Muhammad Ali did the rope-a-dope?
Yeah.
He just kind of stood there in the corner on the ropes and just let George Foreman beat on him until he got himself exhausted. What wouldn't surprise me a bit if West Mesquite comes out in the second half and starts running wild, trying to run some offense, because what they're doing right now, they're not going to score a point.
No, they're not. And, you know, I guess one thing that Longview can take out of this, that number one, Maverick Rowe, who's played very little, has actually stepped in tonight and played quite a bit and made some good throws. We've had some receivers get more catches than normal. So in some respect, you know, that may be positive down the road if somebody gets hurt, and because Rowe has just basically played, I don't know, 2 or 3 plays.
Yeah.
So if something were to happen to Tut, we would have somebody that has now played a good bit, and he's actually throwing the ball really well.
Well, the thing about it is, too, in the games where he's been able to get in the game, the ball game's been over. They've had blowouts, and you don't want to throw the ball deep because that looks bad. It looks like you're trying to run the score up. Now, coming in when it's 7-0, you got the whole playbook, and you can do whatever you want to do, I guess, is what the thinking is.
Yeah.
Makes as much sense as anything, I suppose, right?
Yep.
All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we get to continue the Eastman Credit Union halftime show, we'll throw it over to Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob and let them preview the Friday night scoreboard show, which you'll hear just momentarily on Kicks 105.7. This is Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgig now. That's cablelinks.com/getgig now. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
This story is called The Ugly Truth About Timeshare. If you think you've done your family a favor by buying a timeshare, you need my help. Hello, I'm Chuck McDowell, CEO and founder of Wesley Financial Group. 10 years ago, I started helping folks cancel their timeshare. And in the process, started what's now called the timeshare cancellation industry. Timeshare is the only thing that you can buy that you can't tell me how much it's going to cost or when it's going to end. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check to fill out any amount they want for annual maintenance and assessment fees. The crazy thing is, this never ends. Even when you die, your family's now going to be stuck with this burden. Stop the insanity today. Call my office now. If we take you as a client, I guarantee we'll cancel your timeshare or you'll pay nothing.
Call for your free information kit. 800-497-9090. That's 800-497-9090. 800-497-9090.
Shop Black Friday every day at Lowe's and get the best new deals all month. Right now, shop the lowest prices of the year on select major appliances and save an extra $100 for every $800 you spend on select major appliances. Plus, bring home a Little Giant 14.3-foot multi-position ladder. Was $169, now $99. Because Lowe's knows deals. Valid to 11/8. Appliance savings vary based on purchase amount. Exclusions apply while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See Lowe's.com for details.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
I need some headlight bulbs.
You can earn a $10 bonus reward when you buy 2 Sylvania Silver Star Ultra bulbs.
Get in zone.
Wait, my wiper blades are streaking too. I need some new ones.
Right now, you can earn a $15 bonus reward when you buy 2 Rain X Quantum wiper blades. With new blades and bulbs, you'll see better on the road.
Get in zone,
Wow, how do you remember all these deals?
Call it Second Sight.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members. Restrictions apply.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Well, good evening, Lobo Nation. Harlan, the Sports Guy, and Pigskin Bob on your Eastman Credit Union halftime show. And while the Lobos are taking care of business tonight, we're covering all the other games involving East Texas teams on 104.1 The Ranch and KYKX 105.7. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show, so join us after the game, and we'll catch you up on these games. Bob, a lot of great games tonight. District titles on the line, playoff spots on the line. This is a fun night.
This is your favorite night. This is when we're working on, at the end of the evening, we'll be working on what are the playoff matchups. I'm saying where they should be playing versus where they do agree to play. That's one of the things that we work on. But that'll be tonight. 11 to 12 o'clock is going to be the best.
If they don't play at a midway point, Bob can't handle it.
Well, halfway between here and there puts them at Emory range. Go play. It's a good field.
Well, they're playing in Royce City, Bob.
Damn it. All right, here we go. Tyler Legacy. Check this out. They're traveling to Rockwall tonight. Now, everybody says Rockwall has this game hands down, right?
Hands down.
This is a runaway win for
Runaway
Rockwall.
Victory.
Watch out for Legacy.
Okay.
All I got to say. On 5A action, Tyler is hosting Forney. You've got Lufkin travels to Lancaster.
And Tyler has to win that game, and they need Lufkin to upset Lancaster to get in the playoffs for the Lions.
Yeah. I mean, it's just asking a lot just to beat Forney tonight.
Right. Absolutely.
But I think the Lufkin beating Lancaster or Lancaster beating, I wasn't paying any attention to what needed to be happening.
Lufkin has to beat Lancaster.
Okay, then that's doable. I see. Hallsville at Mount Pleasant, Pine Tree at Texarkana, White House at Marshall. Now in 4A action, some of this is sweet. Athens at Palestine.
That's a playoff game. Winner goes on. Losers playing basketball.
Paris travels to Maybank. Henderson at Jacksonville. And then some would say, including Pigskin Bob, Kilgore at Chapel Hill is the game of the night.
District title on the line. And I think Lindale kind of gave everybody the blueprint for how you slow down Chapel Hill, and that suits Kilgore to a T. They can chew down the clock, run the ball effectively. Watch out for Kilgore tonight. I like the Bulldogs.
They're both Bulldogs. So you can't miss.
I'm taking the Bulldogs.
Seriously, if you're going to go to that game, well, you're missing out right now on it, as a matter of fact. Pittsburgh at Gilmer, Spring Hill at Pleasant Grove. Does Spring Hill have a chance?
No, but they're in the playoffs, and they'll play next week, and but they can't knock off Pleasant Grove.
Brownsboro at Center, Bullard at Van, Canton taking on Rusk. That might be a good matchup this evening.
Yeah, if Rusk wins, they're in the playoffs.
Emory Range at Bonham, Commerce travels to Mineola. You got Pottsboro.
Commerce, Mineola, Bob, that's a playoff game. Both 2 and 3 in district play. Winners in, losers out.
Mount Vernon at Pottsboro. You remember a couple of years ago, that was for all the marbles. That was a big game.
That should be a good game tonight, too. Both teams are fighting for second and third in the playoff seeding because Winsboro ran away with that district.
So Atlanta is at Tatum. Now, Tatum has already secured the district title.
Correct.
After their win over Jefferson last week. Is there much for Atlanta to play for?
They should make the playoffs. They can't catch Gladewater for the 3 seed, so they should get in as a 4 seed either way.
And White Oak goes to Gladewater. Jefferson is traveling to Sabine. You got West Rusk at Edgewood, Grand Saline at Troop. Winona travels to Quitman tonight. Harmony, Dangerfield. That should be a pretty good game.
District title on the line. Last year, Harmony thought they were going to be able to beat Dangerfield, but get this, Bob. Dangerfield in district play has only given up 13 points versus 80-something for Harmony, so Dangerfield, they got their quarterback back. They're looking really good.
Yeah, and they're getting good at the right time.
Yep.
You've got Queen City at New Diana, and now I'm going to bounce down, going to 2A football, a few games that are going to be of interest. Honeygrove at Como-Picton. Union Grove takes on Beckville. Big Sandy at Hawkins. Harleton at Orr City. Garrison at Timpson. Grapeland at St. Augustine.
Garrison-Timpson, that's a district title on the line right there. And Garrison, much better than everybody thought. Timpson, of course, number 1 in the state, but Garrison's going to give them a game.
Overton at Tenaha. Yep. Overton still undefeated.
Yeah, and that's a district title game on the line. Both teams are in the playoffs. Winner gets the 1 seed.
And Scotty Lamance this past week was crowned Coach of the Week for 2A football by Dave Campbell's High School Football Magazine.
What an impressive job he has done turning around Overton.
Done a great job. And then finally, who isn't interested in this game? Burkeville is going to be at Leverett's Chapel, and we'll be giving you those scores as well.
Go Lions. If I'm a talking,
you're a Lion.
Go Lions tonight, and we'll cover all those games and more and talk about the playoffs and get ready for that on the Friday Night Scoreboard Show. So join us after this Longview Lobo game on your way back from Mesquite. We'll catch you up on all the East Texas high school football results. That's on the Friday Night Scoreboard Show on 104.1 The Ranch and Kicks 105.7. This is Harlan the Sports Guy and Pigskin Bob on your Eastman Credit Union halftime show.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Peters in Longview is the #1 pre-owned center in the region with over 800 vehicles, from light and heavy-duty trucks and vans to a huge selection of SUVs, including Cadillac, Lexus, and BMW. Protect yourself from high gas prices with our great selection of economical cars and our pre-owned Bronco and Wrangler MPVs. And we have a large selection of pre-owned commercial and fleet vehicles, including flatbeds and box vans. All at Peters, the #1 pre-owned center in East Texas. Online at peterscars.com.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street. And of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass. And let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship. Soapy's is a place to be. Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
At Christus Health, something very important drives us to keep pushing the boundaries of medicine and care with new technologies and programs. It's the reason we continue to expand into new communities each year, bringing more physicians, more services, and more care closer to more people. So what could be that important? You. Your health, your life, our purpose. Christus Health.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo lawyers.
Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Brian Houston, Johnny Vaughn back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium where halftime continues. Longview leads at 21-0 over West Mesquite. They've already got their district championship in the back pocket. They just wanted to make sure they won it outright tonight by winning this ball game. That looks like it's going to happen unless something really bizarre happens, like the earth turns upside down. But we do know that right now Lancaster and Lufkin are trying to see who gets in the playoffs in that 4th spot, and right now the game is tied at 7 in the second quarter. McKinney North is going to be the 3rd place team in the district, and they lead North Mesquite right now 14-10. And then we know that Forney is leading right now over Tyler and had a pretty handy lead of 33-14 in the second quarter. Other scores from around East Texas: Rockwall 35-0 over Tyler Legacy at halftime. Legacy looking to make the playoffs right now as the fourth-place team in that district. Elsewhere, it's Mount Pleasant over Hallsville 17-14. Pine Tree leads Texas High. That would be a shocker.
No kidding.
If that was to hold up. It's second quarter, and Pine Tree's up on Texas High 7-0. Marshall leads White House 10-7 in the second quarter. That appears to be a battle for second place in that district. In 4A, Paris over Maybank 14-0. Athens and Palestine are tied at 7. Henderson's up 21-0 on Jacksonville. Kilgore and Chapel Hill, the game of the night. And in the second quarter, Kilgore leads at 12-3. Gilmer's up 29-6 over Pittsburgh. Pleasant Grove leads Spring Hill 28-10. These are all second quarter scores. Center up 17-7 over Brownsboro. Van leads Bullard 14-7. Rusk over Canton 7-0 in the second quarter. And it's Sulphur Springs leading Anna by a score of 16-3 in the second quarter. Dangerfield leads Harmony 8-6. That's the second quarter score. Atlanta up on Tatum 21-14. Gladewater leads White Oak 29-7. Jefferson over Sabine 14-7. Wascom and Hughes Springs are scoreless. That's a first quarter score. And that kind of gives you an idea of what's going on around East Texas right now. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and we'll continue halftime. It's brought to you by Eastman Credit Union. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the halftime report.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Link's broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Minimum purchase required. Interest accrues from date of purchase, but is waived if paid within promotional period. Go to windowappointmentnow.com for full offer details.
Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? Fog between the glass? Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window console consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Anderson. And right now you can save $375 off every window and $750 off every door. Just text WALL to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Text WALL to 200-300 right now to save $375 off every window and $750 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings won't last long. Text WALL to 200-300. Don't wait. Text the word WALL to 200-300. Text WALL to 200-300.
Two great Longview traditions, Longview Lobo Football and Hot Dog Express. Stop by Hot Dog Express this week for your favorite hot dogs and delicious fries, featuring all your favorites, the mustard dog, delicious chili cheese dogs, the famous Chicago dog, and Polish sausages. Hot Dog Express on Highway 80 now features an expanded drive-through lane. Good luck to the Longview Lobos this season. Let's make another state championship run with extra mustard.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great, but with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppable bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
Here we go. Lobo Nation is on 106.5 Jack FM. This is the Halftime Report.
Halftime continues at Mesquite Memorial Stadium. The West Mesquite band still on the field right now. It's senior night tonight, so they are wrapping up their halftime performance right now. And the Lobos are already huddled up underneath their inflatable, ready to make their entrance onto the field for the start of the second half. They lead at 21-0, and they will get the ball to start the second half. And so we'll see if anything changes. But right now, basically what we've seen all of the first, really almost since the first touchdown, is Maverick Rowe in at quarterback for Andrew Tutt. And a lot of guys going in and out. A lot of players who haven't gotten a ton of playing time are seeing it tonight. And Thomas Roll, for instance, he's gotten some playing time, but he's got 2 interceptions in the first half tonight. So he's one of the highlights of the evening. But Maverick Rowe has had a nice night throwing the ball deep to DeKalen Reese a couple of times to set up one of the touchdowns. Biggest thing, Johnny, I think for Longview is, I guess if there was one thing you could point out and criticize, is they got to clean up the 5-yard penalties, those illegal procedure penalties that have plagued them all year long.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't think of anything.
No, I mean, that's exactly right. I think some of the stuff that's happened tonight is a little bit out of frustration from the way that West Mesquite is running their offense. Like,
could be.
They come to the line of scrimmage, they sit there, they let the clock run down, and then they snap the ball, and you start to lose patience when you're on the defensive team. You know,
it's possible.
Like we've said a number of times, I think West Mesquite came in here just saying, what can we do to keep this score as close as possible? And I think what they've done is basically
it's
just run a delay.
It's been really bizarre. It's like they've tried not to score, but they also have tried to take the air out of the ball and make sure Longview's possessions are limited. All right, Lobos are back on the field. West Mesquite hasn't come back on yet. We're going to take a quick timeout, and we'll get started with the third quarter of play. You're listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
This is football. This has been the Eastman Credit Union Halftime Show, presented by 106.5 Jack FM.
Back here at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, a massive stadium. It was built back in the late 70s, 1976. It holds 19,400 people. It's a great place for playoff games. I've done a lot of playoff games here over the years. Wouldn't mind coming back here for a few of the playoff games. It's easy to get to, and it's easy to get to from East Texas, for one thing, coming right off 635. So, hint.
Yeah, really.
But it's not my call to make, as you obviously know. But at any rate, the Lobos looking at their last half of the regular season, trying to win their 9th game in a row. And they come out onto the field now, again, in the white jerseys, the white pants, the green numbers with the gold trim, the green helmets with the gold L on either side. West Mesquite in the burnt orange jerseys with the black pants, burnt orange stripe down the side, and then they've got the black helmets, kind of a chrome look on those helmets. And they are getting ready to kick off now, trailing by a score of 21-0 to the Lobos, as we get ready to get underway here. We're set, and it's a short kickoff. It's taken at the 27-yard line down the field. Mekhi Stewart to the 50, 45, 40, blocked downfield. He tripped over the turf down at around the 32-yard line. So a great kickoff return by Mekhi Stewart.
Stewart on the return for the Lobos. Takes the ball down to the 27-yard line.
And they'll start at the West Mesquite 27-yard line
Lobo ball, 1st and 10.
with 11:52 to go in the third quarter, trying to go up by 4 scores.
Yeah, that backfired as they tried to kind of kick that short, and Stewart just picked it up and turned it into a big gain. Longview starts with great field position.
About a 43-yard kickoff return. Now from the 28-yard line, they'll hand it off, and it's a short gain by Mason Washington. No gain on the play.
In on the tackle for the Wranglers is Chris White.
And it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Lobos. Maverick Rowe in at quarterback. Has played most of the first half after the first touchdown. Tatum has played sparingly tonight, comes in and out. Kelvin Washington is in right now. And he gets a handoff, and it goes up the middle. 20, 15, breaks outside, 10, 5, touchdown. That dude is so fast, and it's a score.
It's just unbelievable.
28-yard touchdown run by Kelvin Washington. Oh, did they call him out of bounds at the 2? I thought he scored. 23 yards they'll give him, but they'll give him the touchdown.
Man,
I thought
like
he
from
scored.
Here he scored.
Yeah, I think so too. But wow, he just exploded through the hole and busted it outside. He stays in the game at tailback. Mason Washington's the fullback. Quick pass, end zone. Ethan Harrison out of bounds. Caught it going out of the back of the end zone on a fade pass. So it'll be 2nd down and goal from the 2. That's a play we haven't seen on the goal line much this year.
Yeah, I think like 0 times, huh?
They'll come out in the I formation. Harrison's the only wide receiver, 2 tight ends, and they'll hand it off. Kelvin Washington sweeps left, gets to the end zone, touchdown, Longview. Kelvin Washington with a 2-yard score. And the Lobos about to go up. If the point after is good, could be going up 28-0. And just that fast, too. Took them less than 2 minutes. Monsivais comes in to try the extra point. And you talk about automatic. His kick is up, and it's good. And with 10:54 to play in the third quarter now, Longview 28, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Peters Buick in Longview has the best selection in East Texas. Over 70 Buicks to choose from. Right now, get 1.9% financing at 36 months or 4.1% financing at 60 months on all Buick models. Check out the Buick Encore GX Avenir with an all-new look and up to 31 miles per gallon. The largest selection of new Buicks from the #1 Buick dealer in East Texas. Peters Buick. Online at peterscars.net.
John Monsivais will kick it off. Lobos up 28-0. It's taken at the 5, brought out to the 15, 20, 25, and then gang tackled by the Lobo return team. Carter was the return man that brought it out, and now we've got a penalty.
Hit on the tackle for the Lobos.
Yep, we got a flag down against Longview, I saw, and it looked like illegal procedure was what I saw on the preliminary call, and I don't know how you do that on it unless you just leave the line early. Yep. Illegal procedure against Longview on the kickoff team. I guess they left early. And so they'll just tack it on after the return. And with 10:47 to go, West Mesquite has it 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Handoff, Robertson, right up the middle, gets to around the 34-yard line. He'll get 3 on the play.
3 yards on the play.
2nd down and 7.
Hit on the tackle for the Lobos was Zarius Shepard.
Shepard made the tackle.
2nd and 7.
Berry's the center, Eric Berry. The guards, Alberto Gonzalez, Randy Rodriguez. The tackles, Rodolfo Escobedo and Samuel Aguilar. Tight end is Jalen Hicks. Demetrius Ballard, the quarterback. We've seen Demarion Robertson most of the time at running back. They've got an H-back now lined up to the left of the left tackle. He goes in motion to the right. They'll throw a quick pass out to him to the right. Gets him out to the 40-yard line, where he is brought down by Kason Brooks.
Takes the ball out to the 40-yard line.
And that's going to be to the 40. Aaron Harper, Billy Smith, and Zarius Shepard are on the front line most of the time. Linebackers, Jamerson Darrensburg, Brendan Reese, Kason Brooks, Chase Smith. Corners, Jaden Simmons, Javian Robertson. Safeties, Willie Nelson and Buda Garrett. 3rd down and 1 for West Mesquite. They'll hand it off this time up the middle, and he gets the 1st down. Does Robertson before he is drove back. I believe that's Garrett that made the tackle, but moved the chains. That's a 1st down with 9:20 to go in the 3rd quarter. And it looks like West Mesquite's going to be a little bit more aggressive on offense, at least trying to move the ball. And
yeah, they're still using the clock, though, as much as they can.
First half, they tended to take the air out of the ball, just try to run the clock down as far as they can before snapping the ball, but they snap it with 10 seconds to go on the play clock. This time the ball is out to the right side, caught, and then brought down by Demarion Williams. Now check that. That's Jaden Simmons that made the tackle on number 15, Marvin McGee. He got about 4 on the play at 2nd down and 6 at the 49-yard line. West Mesquite in their own territory Trailing 28-0. 2 wide to the left side. Ball's on the right hash mark, which is the short side of the field, the boundary side. And now they take the air out of that play clock. It's down to 6-5. Now they snap it. High snap. And they hand it off to Robertson, and he is blown up back in the backfield by Brendan Reese, who's having a heck of a game tonight. Brendan Reese has been all over the field tonight.
Brendan Reese. Also, one on the play brings up a 3rd and 7 for the Wranglers.
3rd down and 7 now, and the ball out at the 48-yard line of West Mesquite. And again, stand there and let the play clock run. Now they'll snap it. And a quick pass again out to the right side. Caught. McGee. And then he's wrestled out of the bounds in front of the West Mesquite bench. And it was Thomas Roll who made the tackle, but it's a first down for West Mesquite. So, again, a lot more aggressive with their play calling and trying to actually appear to score this time, or trying to score. They're at the Longview 44-yard line with 7:22 to go in the third quarter, trailing 28-0. 2 wideouts to the left, wing to the right. Handoff, Robertson. He runs right into a stone wall, and guess who? Brendan Reese again. Reese.
Oh, there's a.
Here we go.
There's a little shoving.
In on the tackle for the Lobos.
So no gain on the play. It's 2nd down and 10.
Regular ball, 2nd and 10.
Been all Lobos tonight. But time of possession is probably much in the favor of West Mesquite because they just try to take the air out of the ball. It's already 6:40 to go in the third quarter. 2nd down and 10. 2 wide to the left side, single wide receiver to the right. Hand off, and breaking through to the 40, inside to about the 38-yard line. Looks like Kamari Carter.
He gets down to the 37-yard line.
And check that. Is that Darian Moore?
Jamian Robertson.
Yeah, there's Darian Moore that made the carry there. And so now it's going to be 3rd down and 3 as West Mesquite has the ball at the Longview 37-yard line. Jalen Hicks lines up as the H-back on the left side. 2 wideouts to the left. Play action, right side, caught, dropped. McGee had it in his hands just on a quick out, and it was incomplete. So now it's 4th down and 3.
The throw a little bit behind him. They were running the slant, but it still should have been caught. Would have been the first.
So Demetrius Ballard comes over to Frank Sandoval, the head coach, to get some instructions. Play clock just continues to roll down. The clock is stopped at 5:48 to go. So they're not burning any clock by taking this time. It's 4th down and 3. Ballard checks the sidelines. Play clock is down to 5. They may call a timeout. Yep, they're going to call a timeout as the play clock runs out. Timeout, West Mesquite. Lobos lead at 28-0, 5:48 to go, third quarter. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built to very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
4th down and 3 for West Mesquite. They are gathered around their coach after taking a timeout and letting the play clock run down. We have no idea what the strategy is because they have spent a lot of time just letting the clock run.
Yeah, and just talking over on the sideline
without doing a whole lot offensively. Now, they have driven the ball. It started at the 31. It's down at their own 31. It's down at the Longview 37, so they're actually doing something to move the ball, but it's 4th down now, and now the Lobos point, and there was somebody that moved in the offensive line. It's illegal procedure against West Mesquite. And so that 4th down and 3 is now going to become 4th down and 8 as they back it all the way to the 43-yard line.
Which mean that they almost have to throw the ball here, which is pretty dangerous.
So at quarterback, Demarion Robertson is the running back. They've got 3 wideouts to the left. And in an obvious throwing situation with 4th down and 8, Ballard tries a quarterback draw, and he's dropped. Billy Smith threw him down at the 38-yard line. It looked like he intended all the way to take it and run. Oh, no. Now Ballard is down and slow to get up, and they're going to help him off the field as he's favoring that right arm. But ball turns over on downs. And the Lobos have it with 5:43 to go in the third quarter. And they'll start at their own 38-yard line. They're up 28-0. Final game of the regular season next week. They should be at home for a playoff game. They will be at home, and it will be a Friday night game. We think it will be Porter, but we'll have to wait and see. Maverick Rowe rolls to his right. A flag comes down. Guess what? It's 5 yards and illegal procedure. Yep, this time it's on Kelvin Washington. So, hardest thing is to get the snap count right, I guess. So they back it up to the 33. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's 1st down and 15 now. Lobos send 2 wide to the right. They've got split backs either side. And now Kelvin Washington will go in motion to the right side, and Rowe throws it out to him, and he's down the sidelines to the 45-yard line, picks up 13 on the play, gets out of bounds, and it's going to be a very makeable 2nd down and 3 for the Lobos now after that explosive play by Kelvin Washington.
Washington has just got jets. So,
he really does.
He catches the ball, and he almost broke that one for a big gainer up the sideline.
He had over 140 yards in receptions last week. He can run the ball as well. 2nd down and 3 now. Play action, RPO, slant over the middle. Mekhi Stewart dropped it. Oh, my goodness. Rowe hit him, and it was right in the numbers. And he couldn't hang on to it. You got to catch that. And you have possibility of yards after the catch if you hang on to it. But it's incomplete, 3rd down now. And he comes out, check that, Mason Washington comes out, and Kelvin Washington comes back in. And they'll be in a single back, 2 tight end set. Under center Rowe, hands off. Kelvin Washington busted outside, and then he slipped and fell down at the 42-yard line. Turf got him. Lost yardage on the play. Now it's 4th down and 5. And the Lobo punt team is going to come on.
Yeah, they made penetration early, and he tried to get out to the sideline and just slipped down. So that was a no play. Longview going to be forced to punt.
5 minutes even to go, third quarter. Still 28-0 Longview. Monsaveus will punt the ball. Line of scrimmage is the 43. He's back at around his 30. High snap, fair catch called for. Back at the 15-yard line. That's a 44-yard punt by John Monsaveus. And West Mesquite takes over. Deep in their own territory, the punt return man was Richard Clark. So now we're at 4:44 to go in the third quarter. West Mesquite ball, starting at their own, they'll call it the 16. They come out with 2 wide to the right, 1 to the left, wing to the left, handoff. Robertson hit right as he hits the hole, and he's dropped for a loss. Isaiah Horton gets up, as does Brendan Reese again, who's having a whale of a night. No gain on the play, 2nd down and 10.
Isaiah Horton brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Wranglers.
Now let's see if they try to take the clock way down. The clock right now is running at 4:18. The play clock is at 21. How far will they let that play clock go before they decide to snap the ball? It's at 12 now. It's at 10. Now they'll snap it. Quick pass out to the left side. Dropped, almost intercepted. A slant pass out to the left side, and it was in the hands of Jaden Simmons on the deflection. He couldn't hang on. Pass was off the hands of Richard Clark. Could have been some fun for the defense. 3rd down and 10 at 16. Clock is stopped at 4 minutes even. It will start on the snap, sending a man in motion. Sean Hunt to the far side. He sets up in the left slot. And at the play clock at 2, quarterback runs, gets sacked back at the 11-yard line. Horton, again, Billy Smith. Let's see, that's again, Brendan Reese, though, leading the way.
In on the tackle for the Lobos was DeKalen Nelson. Loss of 4 on the play brings up a 4th and long for the
Longview should get good field position as they're going to have to punt, actually. Almost what he's standing in the end zone.
Yeah, the line of scrimmage is going to be the 13-yard line. Punter is right on the goal line. Snap back, high snap, pressure coming. It got over his hands, and he kicked it out of the back of the end zone to take a safety rather than give up a touchdown. Nestor Leon just fumbled the snap, which was a bit high, but he had his hands on it, and then just kind of fumbled it, and then just kind of booted it out of the back of the end zone for the safety. So the Lobos take a 30-0 lead with 3:18 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's take a timeout. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Watch your money grow with Eastman Credit Union. Start earning more today with a 5.50% APY when you open an 11-month investment certificate. That's right. Get a 5.50% APY and an 11-month investment certificate available now for a limited time. To get started, just go to ecu.org/grow. Now is the time to earn and save, and signing up is quick and easy. But don't wait. Visit ecu.org/grow to earn more today. Eastman Credit Union.
Lobos up 30-0 after the punter, Nestor Leon, had a high snap at the goal line, fumbled it, and then kicked it out of the back of the end zone to keep it from turning into a Longview touchdown. It's a safety. Longview gets 2 points. They're up 30-0. And now West Mesquite will tee it up at the 20 to kick it back to the Lobos. They should get great field position here.
Yeah, with Kevin Washington, Tater back, too.
They're lined up at the 35-yard line is Willie Nelson. At the 33 is Kelvin Washington on the left side. Leon kicks it high. Kelvin Washington takes it at the 32. He'll run it to the hash mark. Now he'll bust it outside. Down the sidelines, 50. Still running, 40. Gets hit from behind at the 35, and a flag comes from way over in the middle of the field. And that would lead me to believe there's going to be some kind of block in the back. What do you want to bet?
Yeah, well, that'd be the good bet.
And I don't bet very much, believe me. Yep, block in the back. Whenever you see a kick and you see a flag come flying from that far away, somebody got caught hitting somebody in the back in the numbers. So wipe out that great kickoff return. It's a spot foul. He'll still get some yardage, but it's going to be brought down to the 49-yard line in Lobo territory. So they've got good field position, but they could have had a whole lot better. Longview will start at their own 49-yard line. They're up 30-0. They send two wide out to the right. Maverick Rowe in at quarterback. And he'll hand it off to Mason Washington up the middle. Mason Washington rumbles to about the 47-yard line in West Mesquite territory. A gain of about 4. It's 2nd down and 6.
Mason Washington on the carry takes the ball out to the 48-7-yard
We hope to
line.
talk to Coach John King after the ball game tonight, and he can fill us in with more details on next week's playoff game, which we know will be Friday at Lobo Stadium. No idea what time the kickoff. No idea. There's a quick hitter up the middle, handed off to the fullback on a belly play. He gets the first down to around the 34-yard line, and I believe that was Mason Washington.
Ethan Harrison,
Ethan Harrison, is a wide receiver that took that handoff. And so that was an 8-yard gain and a 1st and 10. Sorry, Johnny.
That may be his only carriage from the backfield all year, huh?
Second one tonight, though. And so here come the Lobos. They'll hand it off on 1st and 10. Mason Washington tries up the middle, drives to the 30 before he's stopped. They actually stop him at the 31. So he got 5 on the play, 2nd down and 5 with 1:50 to go in the 3rd quarter. Two wide outs. It's going to be Reese and Harrison lined up wide left, 2 tight ends. And then Rowe will hand it off to Washington again. Mason Washington gets to the 25. That's going to be good for the 1st down. Move the chains after the 7-yard gain. 1st and 10 Longview. 1:21 to play. 3rd quarter, they lead 30-0 over West Mesquite. A win tonight gives them sole possession of the district championship. They're 16th in 20 years under John King as the head coach at Longview. They send the 2 wide left side again. They'll hand it off. Mason Washington up the middle again. Tries to keep pushing. Gets inside the 20. He'll go down at the 18-yard line for a 7-yard gain. Kept those legs churning. And it'll be 2nd down and 3 with 38 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Rowe under center this time. Mason Washington, the only back. Ethan Harrison goes in motion. He'll take that jet sweep. Now gets to the 10, the 5, still going. Touchdown, Longview. Ethan Harrison.
18 yards for a Lobo touchdown.
How about that rusher?
Yeah,
17-yard touchdown run. On a jet sweep, and the Lobos with a chance to go up by 37 if they could kick this extra point. 51-yard drive. Kick is up. Oh, they blocked it. And now the ball's loose. And now here we go. West Mesquite picks it up, running it back, and then they get tackled down at the 24-yard line. Trying to see who that is. I believe it was number 55, Victor Chapman, who took it back, and he was tackled. So the point after, no good. Lobos are going to have to settle for 36-0. After the blocked extra point following the 17-yard touchdown run by Ethan Harrison. 14 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's keep it right here and say thank you to Longview Kilgore Cable for sponsoring our ball game tonight. Along with them, Sorey and Hoover Law Firm, Eastman Credit Union, McDaniels Quality Body Works, Telco Plus Credit Union, Longview Orthopedics, Peters Automotive Group, Christus Medical Center, and Soapy's Car Wash. Great sponsors of Longview Lobo football all year long on 106.5 Jack FM. Lobos will come out now to kick the football off with 14 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. It's been all Longview, and it's been one of the weirdest games I've ever watched. When you see the offensive approach or lack of by West Mesquite. John Monteveus will kick it off from our right to our left. And the kick is going to be driven back to the goal line. It'll go to the back of the end zone. It's blown dead, touchback, and it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 25 for West Mesquite with 14 seconds to go in the third quarter. West Mesquite, after tonight, will go to 3-7 on the year. Lobos, assuming they do win tonight, and there's nothing that leads me to believe anything otherwise, will be 9-1 with a 9-game winning streak going into the playoffs. And only a 2-point loss to McKinney to spoil the perfect season. West Mesquite, play action, quick pass out right side, incomplete. Receiver went downfield. Quarterback was throwing to the right sidelines. It was intended for Jeremiah Bio, and it's incomplete. Simmons was covering on the play. Stop the clock with 9 seconds to go. That's in the third quarter, by the way. Second down and 10. Man in motion comes to the near side, sets up in the slot. West Mesquite will hand it off. Robertson blown up in the backfield once again. Lobo defense not having much problem trying to get into the backfield, and that time it was Javian Robertson who shot back there to end the third quarter with the drop for the loss. And so after 3, Longview 36, West Mesquite nothing. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Discover, this is Daniela.
Hi, it's Jennifer Coolidge. I just want to thank you for making me feel so special. I earned cash back on debit for my dinner party groceries.
That's great. But with Discover Cashback Debit, we give everyone cash back on everyday purchases. Anything else I can help you with?
Do you like asparagus and mushroom sorbet? I've got leftovers.
Introducing Discover Cashback Debit, a checking account with cash back. It pays to Discover. Eligibility and terms at discover.com/cashback debit. Discover Bank, member FDIC.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection with Downy Unstoppables in-wash scent beads.
You're listening to the Lobo Radio Network on 106.5 Jack FM. Longview Lobo football, brought to you by Longview Kilgore Cable. Now let's get back to the game on 106.5 Jack FM.
Back on the first play of the fourth quarter, a reverse try for a pass thrown into the dirt by Richard Clark with a lot of pressure coming from the Longview defense. And there's a flag down back at the 11-yard line to boot. So that didn't go anywhere. But it looks like it's going to be against Longview. And it will be against the Lobos. And it's a personal foul, and it's roughing the passer. What? If you're running a reverse, how are you a protected passer?
I don't know. I don't understand that.
Okay, whatever. It's 1st and 10. West Mesquite keeps the ball with 11:53 to play. I don't get it. They have the ball at the Longview 40-yard line. They trail 36-0. They come out now with 2 wide receivers to the left. They've got a wide receiver out to the right as well. And now they'll hand it off. And, boy, no running room whatsoever this time. As in the ball game right now. Parker was the running back, and there's another flag on the play.
Another one.
I think this one's against West Mesquite. Some kind of a hold. But whatever it is, it's going back a long way. Like 15 yards. All right, what's the call, ref? It's holding against one of the offensive linemen. And it's back to the 30-yard line. So it's first down and 20 now after the 10-yard penalty. And run the clock with 11:34 to go. Let's see if West Mesquite tries to take the air out of it. No, they go ahead and snap it, and up the middle we go. And running across the 35 to about the 36-yard line. In the ball game at running back is number 14, Tony Dale. And it's going to be second down and 14 now. West Mesquite has the ball at their own 36-yard line. And in no hurry.
Well, they hadn't been in a hurry the whole game.
Here comes a man in motion to the near side, and he'll set up in the left slot. That's Sean Hunt. Back to throw. Ballard rolls to his right, chased. Now he'll pull up at the sidelines. He'll just throw it out of bounds. Breathing down his neck was number 91, Dolly. Nobody open in the intermediate area. And it's incomplete, and it's fourth down and 14 now. Now, I don't see any punt team coming out. Surely, after all that they've not done tonight, surely they're going to kick the ball away. Because literally it seems like they've played four corners basketball for most of this game.
This is the oddest game plan I've ever
I
seen.
can't wait to talk to John King. They're letting the play clock roll down to 2-1. Now they're going to call another timeout. Or they're going to take a 5-yard penalty. I mean, why not? I mean, again, I go back to the scores of their district ball games, and they were giving up 55, 60 points a game, and that's not happening tonight. But beyond that, what are you accomplishing?
Well, not much.
Because you really haven't pushed the ball or tried to appear like you're trying. They've had a couple of times where they've driven the ball between the 30s, but then things stall. So now it's going to be third down and 14. They'll have the ball at their own 36-yard line. And here come the Wranglers. In motion, Hunt. Lines up in the right slot. Ballard back to throw. Pressure coming. Now he's going to pick it off and run. Sees a lot of green in front of him. 35, 40, gets to the sidelines, gets pushed out of bounds, and then gets shoved by some West Mesquite players who don't like that he pushed the quarterback out of bounds. Yeah, it's getting a little chippy down there. Get out of that sideline, please. Jameis Morrow. And boy, yeah, we're starting to see Longview Lobo players and coaches from Longview sideline coming over to get their kids away from that West Mesquite bench. Not that much to it, but it could have been.
Well, what you don't want is somebody throwing a punch and you get
That's right.
thrown out of the game.
Exactly. And that's exactly why the coaching staff did the sprint cross field to get their kids out of that West Mesquite sideline. Personal foul. They call it a late hit, and I don't know about that one. That's not that. I didn't see anything egregious. He pushed him. But Longview called for a late hit on the sidelines as the quarterback was running out of bounds. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
But regardless, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty. And it's going to move the ball into Longview territory at the 45-yard line with 10:24 to play. 1st and 10 West Mesquite. They're down 36-0 to Longview. Don't forget to listen to the Friday Night Scoreboard show, currently underway now on Kicks 105.7. They'll hand it off. Robertson runs over a Longview defender, gets to the 40-yard line, down to the 39. And now that defender who took that big blow, I think he got the wind knocked out of him because he's laying down right now, and he's hurting. So we're going to take a timeout while they tend to him. It is 36-0 Longview on top over West Mesquite, 10:13 to go in the ball game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
The trainers are looking at Longview cornerback Javian Robertson, who took a big hit when he lowered his shoulder, and the running back Demarion Robertson lowered his and piled right into Javian's left shoulder. He stayed down for a while, maybe with a stinger, but now he comes off the sidelines. He looks fine. That's good. Don't need to lose your starting cornerback going into the playoffs. But that's probably the last time we'll see him tonight. Again, priority one, get out of here healthy. 2nd down and 4. West Mesquite, 10-11, and the clock moves left in the ball game. Play action. Quarterback Ballard rolls to his right. Nobody open. Throws it up into the stands over beyond the Longview bench. And it's 3rd down. The clock stopped there with that incompletion at 10:01 to go in the ball game. 3rd and 4 now. West Mesquite comes up to the line of scrimmage now. They're at the Longview 39-yard line. They trail 36-0. Play action, RPO, slant off the hands, incomplete. Intended for Jeremiah Bio. It was hit right in the numbers. He couldn't hang on to it. Incomplete. And now it's 4th down and 4.
Yeah, that's a perfect throw and just drop on the slant. Now they're going to go for it on 4th and 4.
2 wideouts to the right. They'll hand it off to Robertson. No, they throw a quick out to the H-back. He gets to the 30-yard line. Complete to Jalen Hicks. And that's a 1st down. Safe pass. Move the chains. Drive continues. And the clock continues to run with 9:45 to play in the ball game. 1st and 10 from the Longview 30 for West Mesquite. Wing left, they'll hand it off this time. And again, I believe that's Tony Dale.
Takes the ball down to the 27-yard line. He's taken down there by DeAndre.
And he got down to the 27. He got 3 on the play, 3rd down and 7. Clock continues to move, 9:12 to play. Darian Parker, this time Ballard throws the ball again. Had nowhere to go with it, had pressure in his face from number 36, Bryce Fuller. Had to airmail it into the bench over at the West Mesquite sidelines. Incomplete, 2nd down.
Regular ball, 3rd and 7.
Pass protection against the Lobo front is non-existent. And apparently there was some question of a penalty, but the officials have waved it off. And they want to reset the play clock. And we're at even 9 minutes left in the ball game. 3rd down and 7. Handoff up the middle, getting to the 22, 23-yard line. Darian Parker.
Darian Parker on the carry.
And Parker
the 22-yard line.
up to the 22.
In on the tackle for the Lobos.
And it's going to be 4th down and 2 now.
Pick up 6 yards on the play, brings up a 4th and 2 for the Wranglers.
Lobos with a shutout right now, 36-0. They'd like to keep it that way. Here come the Wranglers. H-back lined up on the left. Man in motion. Hunt goes right. Lines up in the slot. Handoff, play action, quick pass, slant, dropped again. Again, it's Jeremiah Bio. The pass hit him right in the hands, and again he drops it. And Ballard comes off the field dejected, and West Mesquite comes off once again with no points. 8:10 to play in the game. They turn the ball over on downs. Longview will have it at their own 23-yard line. They're up 36-0. 8:10 left in the ball game. And they'd like nothing better than to do what West Mesquite did for 3 quarters, just take the air out.
Yeah.
Get out of this thing, get on the bus, and go home. I formation with a fullback. Handoff to the tailback right up the middle. That's Kelvin Washington. He'll get to the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 4. It'll be, actually, they'll give him 5. It's 2nd down and 5.
In on the tackle for the Wranglers was Emmanuel Rose.
You like to see maybe Longview in this possession drive down the field, get the score, pitch the shutout, go home.
That's right. 2nd down and 5. I formation again. This time, Alex Hawkins, I believe, tries the left side, gets hit after gaining only a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. Maverick Rowe played quarterback after the first touchdown. He's been in all the way, giving Andrew Tutt the night off, and him getting some very meaningful time in a district game when it was 7-0 and the game was very much up in the air at that point. So he's had some valuable playing time tonight. Coming out to the right, Julius McGee in at wide receiver now. And a play action as Rowe will roll to his left. He's being chased. He's going to try to get to the edge, throws it out, dumps it off. It's complete at the 35, 38-yard line. It's a 1st down for the Lobos. And the catch made by Alex Hawkins.
And I think he actually threw that with his left hand, didn't he?
He may have.
He was he was at the sideline, running to his left, and I think he threw it with his left hand.
He got it to the 39-yard line. It's 1st and 10 Lobos with 6:27 to go. Drive continues, and the clock runs. From the eye, hand off to the fullback. On the belly play, no yardage on that play. Is that Mason Lundy that time? Yep, I believe it was. 44, Mason Lundy. And he got stopped for no gain at 2nd down and 10. We're seeing everybody now.
No gain on the play, brings up a 2nd and 10 for the Lobos.
Clock going to continue to run, though, and the Lobos are going to do their best to keep it running. We've seen this act before. John King will take the air out of the ball now and try to get as many people in the game as possible. Kiefer Doxey lines up wide right. And Maverick Rowe with a throw, a slant over the middle. It's caught, went up high to get it to the 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Longview. I believe that is number 8, Demarion Williams.
I think it's his first score of the year.
It may be his first catch of the year.
I think it might be.
Demarion Williams went up high. He's a big, tall kid to begin with. He's 6'5" and 190 yards, and he went up and high-pointed that ball on the slant and took it all the way. And then it didn't look fast, but he ran away from the defense. He just loped down the field. And now the kick is up, and Michael Smith with the extra point. And the Lobos lead it now 43-0 over West Mesquite with 5:30 to play in the ball game. You're listening to Longview Lobo football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
Passing the competition by leaps and bounds. The team of world-class specialists at Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute are experts in caring for bones, joints, and muscles. In addition to treatment, they also provide special programs designed to keep you in optimal shape and improve athletic performance. So whether you're a student athlete or a weekend warrior, they'll keep you at the top of your game. Christus Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute, taking orthopedic care a step further.
Maverick Rowe with a 61-yard touchdown pass to Demarion Williams. Michael Smith with the extra point makes it 43-0. Longview on top with 5:30 remaining in the ball game.
Kicking off for the Lobos, Michael Smith.
And now Smith is going to kick off. It goes to the end zone and rolls out of the back, and again it's a touchback. And the West Mesquite Wranglers will take it at their 25-yard line. 5:30 left in the game. All Longview tonight, mostly with a lot of people. They've used everybody on the sideline tonight. You heard Coach King talking to Harlan, the sports guy, and Pigskin Bob in the pregame show about how he really wants to try to get as many players on the field as possible in every game when possible. And I think mission accomplished tonight because he started putting people in the ball game in the first quarter.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody that hadn't played tonight.
If they have, they're not yelling loud enough. Kristen Williams in there on the defensive front now. We're seeing a lot of youngsters on the field right now. Jaden Lewis in at defensive tackle. They'll hand it off up the middle and getting to about the 32-yard line on a good surge. Alberto Gonzalez, who apparently doesn't play much, and he's pretty excited about that gain. Keeps the clock running. It's 5:20 to go in the ball game. It's a 7-yard gain, 2nd down and 3 from the 32-yard line. Handoff again. And again, he fights to the 34. They put in the bruiser now, and he's going to try to get the first down. And so once again,
takes the ball out to the 35-yard line, pick up a 3 yards on the play, good for a Wrangler, 1st and 10.
It's 1st and 10, West Mesquite at their own 35-yard line. Handoff outside, Robertson. Robertson thrown down. Great lateral pursuit. Nice tackle by Kason Brooks. Good to see him back in the game. And he gained nothing on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Oh, face mask against Longview. So that'll give him 15 yards. That's the only way that West Mesquite's gaining yards tonight. Big penalties.
Yeah, if there's one criticism about tonight's game is Longview has had quite a few penalties called against them.
Ball goes out to midfield. It's 1st and 10. West Mesquite at the 50 with 4:07 to go. They trail 43-0 to Longview. Send a man in motion to the near side. Hunt will line up in the left slot. Play action, quick pass out right side. Caught at the 35, and then, boy, was he blown up out on the sidelines.
Pass is complete from Demetrius Ballard to Richard Clark.
Clark made the catch.
The 42-yard line of the the Lobos.
And oh my goodness, I believe that was number 25, Nigerian Young, who came up and laid the wood to him. 2nd down and 2 from the 38. Handoff. They're going to get the first down as Robertson pushes the pile across the 40 to about the 39-yard line. So now at 1st and 10 to the 39. 3 minutes to go in the game. 43-0, Longview on top of West Mesquite. Wing left. Handoff. Up the middle. Blown up in the backfield again. Man, I'm telling you, the linebackers, Brendan Reese has had a night. He dropped him for a 3-yard loss. Ball carrier Tony Dale. And so now it says 2nd down and 13. Again with the wing left. Hunt goes in motion again to the far side. He'll line up in the right slot. Play action, quick pass over the middle. Again, off the hands, incomplete. Marvin McGee got hit in the numbers, couldn't hang on to it. Well, those RPO slants, the ball's right there, and the receivers are just not catching it. Stop the clock with 2:08 left in the game. 3rd down and 12. Man in motion to the near side this time. Wings to the right. Defensive lineman for Longview jumped. Did he get drawn offsides? I don't think so. I think this is going to be offsides. Yep, offsides Longview. But when you talk about penalties now, you got a lot of young kids in the game. You can kind of understand it. These guys are not going to get meaningful playing time in a close playoff game.
No, some of them, it's the first time this year that they've got very much
it's almost like they got called up from the JV tonight.
Yeah.
3rd down and 8 after the penalty. West Mesquite has the ball at the Longview 37-yard line. 2:07 to go in the game. They'll hand it off. Dale breaks right, gets to the 30, inside to about the 27-yard line. Brought down on the far left hash. 11-yard gain. And the tackle made.
Oh.
And then a quick pass out there on the sidelines, complete, and there's a flag down at the 5-yard line. It's going to be a touchdown if it stands. But it looks like they hurried up the snap.
We do have a penalty flag on the play.
Now let's see what the penalty is. Catch was made by number 8, Richard Clark. Illegal substitution. Timeout Longview. Is the score good or is it against them?
I don't know.
I'm lost.
I'm lost too.
I don't think they scored the touchdown.
I'd hate to see Longview give up their first points on that play.
Well, I don't think there's a touchdown here, and it's 43-0. And the ball, and it's marked at the 23-yard line, and it looks like it's 1st down and 5. I'm lost, guys. Sorry. 1st and 5 now.
I mean, let's see if they give us some kind of explanation here.
I think we got all we're going to get.
That's 0.
Yep. That's what I meant. That's all we're going to get. Here come the West Mesquite Wranglers on 1st and 5 after a penalty that took a touchdown off the board. And they'll hand it off to Dale. Dale spins, fights, gets to the 20-yard line. He's still short of the first down by 2 with 1:38 to go in the game. Lobos don't want to give up a touchdown here. 2nd and 2 now from the 20.
This is the final home game for a lot of these players. Band members, cheerleaders, and every student who's a senior.
And they'll hand it off. Dale again. He'll burrow through to get to the 20. He's got to get to the 19 for the touchdown. I'm sorry, for the first down, and it doesn't look like he made it. Looks like he stopped at the 20. 1:07 to go, so now it's 3rd down and 1. And they get right up to the line of scrimmage with 1 minute even left to go in the ball game. And a quick pass out to the right side. It's caught, dropped. This time Sean Hunt had it right in his hands. He had to go up for it, could have caught it, but didn't. And boy, these receivers have dropped passes all night long for Demetrius Ballard. 3rd down and 1. 52 seconds to go in this game. Now they've got a penalty, a 5-yard penalty against West Mesquite, so it must be procedure or something along those lines. But you don't even get a call now. 3rd down and 5. This thing's kind of unraveled here.
No kidding.
Ball's at the 25-yard line on 3rd down and 7. West Mesquite, play action, quick pass over the middle. It's caught on the slant this time and tackled at the 20-yard line. The completion to Jeremiah Boa. They caught that one. But it's not good for the first down. They're a yard shy with 35 seconds to go. Lobos line up, try to stop them. Dale gets the handoff. Stopped. He's going to get the first down as he pushes the pile. But the problem is you're down to 23 seconds left in the game.
Let's see where their mark is.
Let's see, boy. It's going to be close, isn't it? They had to get to the 23. The marker was at the 24. I think they got the first down. Whoa. Okay, they spotted him a yard shy. So, was that on 4th down?
Yep.
Okay, ball goes over on downs. So, a lot of time burned off the clock. And the Lobos are going to get it and get to do the victory kneel here to finish this thing out mercifully. That's a tough year for West Mesquite. Started out 3-2 and then lost their last 5 in a row, and none of them were close. This one was closer than most, mostly because they just took the air out of the ball. And the Lobos will go to 9-1, 6-0 in district play, and they will be the undisputed District 7-5A Division I champions. They'll turn, they'll hand it off right up the middle to the tailback with 16 seconds to go. Mason Washington took the carry. That should be the last play of the game.
Yeah, they run it out.
Yeah, that's it, and that's going to be it. Longview Lobos finished the regular season 9-1, and now we go into the second season starting next Friday night. Lobos wrap it up, take care of business tonight. 43-0, the final score over West Mesquite as Longview goes into the playoffs as the district champions. And they will play the 4th place team in District 8-5A Division I. At the moment, we believe that's Porter. It's been hard to get scores tonight. Don't know for sure. John King shaking the hand of Frank Sandoval. And that's the ball game. 43-0. Longview wins it. We'll take a timeout and we'll come back and start the Story and Hoover Law Firm postgame show here on 106.5 Jack FM.
Longview Lobo High School football.
Brought to you by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview.
Soapy's Car Wash has been a proud sponsor of Longview Lobo football for over 20 years. Stay clean this football season with Soapy's Car Wash. The self-serve and automated bays in front of Sam's Club on Wall Street, and of course the drive-through wash on Highway 80. Save money with a monthly pass, and let's stay mean and clean all the way to the state championship.
Soapy's is a place to be.
Soapy's Car Wash. Just say the works.
Score big with an auto loan from Eastman Credit Union. From trucks to cars and SUVs, ECU is the winning choice for all your auto loan needs. So what makes ECU the best? You can get a great low rate, financing terms to fit your budget, no payments for 60 days, and an extraordinary dividend year-end bonus. And best of all, you can apply completely online right now. Just visit ecu.org/auto and step up your game today. Eastman Credit Union.
Your holiday get-togethers are about to get better. Cable Links Broadband, 1 gig with unlimited data for $79.95 a month. The best deal in town. 12-month price lock, no credit check, and no deposit required. Plus, you may qualify for the affordable connectivity plan for more savings. Be the host with the most Wi-Fi. Visit cablelinks.com/getgignow. That's cablelinks.com/getgignow. Many factors affect speed. Offer expires without notice. Restrictions apply.
When you're in need of collision repair, you need a shop that has a proven track record of being experienced, reliable, and friendly. McDaniel's Quality Body Works has stood the test of time in Longview for 89 years. From the early years of repairing Furies, Bel Airs, and Studebakers to today's complex Cobras, Stingrays, and Silverados, McDaniel's has been committed to your automotive collision repair needs since 1933. McDaniel's Quality Body Works in Longview, Kilgore, and Gilmer is the solution to your collision repair needs.
Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat in Longview has the largest new Jeep selection in East Texas, like the Jeep Wrangler 4xe with fuel economy of 49 miles per gallon and 375 horsepower. Right now, come and get behind the wheel of a new Jeep Wrangler for $1,500 off MSRP. And shop new Wrangler Gladiator and the Jeep Grand Cherokee during the Jeep Black Friday sales event. And check out the only exclusive Jeep showroom in East Texas at Peters Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram Fiat. Online at peterschryslerjeep.net.
Hey there, I'm Donnie from Donnie Duck Cleaners. We use only the finest and most qualified ducts to clean your home. But if you need your HVAC ducts cleaned, look no further than Stonebridge Heating and Air. They'll keep your indoor air quality clean and keep your ducts functioning beautifully. With their 5-star service, your heating and air conditioning will be Stonebridge strong. Call them at 903-321-4847 or visit them online at stonebridgeac.com.
Start checking at Telco Plus Credit Union to be a winner. Their checking accounts are awesome. Direct deposit is paid 2 days early. Bill pay is free. Overdraft or no overdraft options. And they set you up to win a free app, low balance alerts, and budget software. They have discounts for students and seniors. Open a checking account today with your hometown credit union, Telco Plus, to save and earn more. Federal insured by the NCUA. Checking approval and membership qualifications apply. Visit telcoplus.org for details and restrictions.
Fish's RV knows a thing or two about how to go play in Texas. And we've been here long enough to know that this time of year, in this town, that means one thing. Lobos football is back. And Fish's RV's fired up to be back as a sponsor. We can't wait to watch the green, gold, and white get back to ball and take care of business. So, Lobos fans, help us bring the noise every game this fall. Because if we're going to go play, we might as well go all the way. Fish's RV in Longview at the intersection of Judson and George Ritchie, where memories begin.
You all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9313. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and Yelp and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9313. That's 800-575-9313. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Welcome to the Longview Lobo postgame show on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover on 106.5 Jack FM.
Brian Houston back here with Johnny Vaughn at Mesquite Memorial Stadium, where the Longview Lobos have wrapped up their regular season with a 43-0 win over West Mesquite. Longview finishes the year 9-1, 7-0 in district play. They are the undisputed and sole winners of District 7 5A Division I for the 16th time in 20 years under John King. Recapping the scoring in this ball game, after Longview was able to force a turnover on downs on West Mesquite's first possession, Longview drove it down the field, and it was an impressive drive as Mason Washington took it in 53 yards for a touchdown that quickly, made it 7-0 Longview with 6:10 to go in the first quarter, and it was that way after one. Going to the second quarter, Longview capped off a 54-yard drive, as Taylor Tatum took it in from 2 yards out, made it 14-0 Longview, 11:40 to go in the first half. Thomas Roll intercepted 2 passes in the second quarter, and then Maverick Rowe got hot. He came in right after the first touchdown at quarterback and played the rest of the way. He threw a 36-yard pass to D.K. Reese and then followed with a 22-yard completion to Reese. That set up a Taylor Tatum 2-yard touchdown run to make it 21-0 at halftime. Longview on top. Second half, Longview had the ball to open the kickoff. They got a 43-yard kickoff return by Mackay Stewart, and then Kelvin Washington had a 23-yard run that set up a Kelvin Washington 2-yard touchdown run to make it 28-0 Longview with 10:54 to go in the third quarter. Moving later to the third quarter, West Mesquite's punting from their own end zone, a high snap over Nestor Leon's head. He couldn't hang on to it. He kicked the ball out of the back of the end zone for safety. That gave Longview a 30-0 lead with 3:18 to go in the third quarter. And then on the next possession, Longview was able to score again. They took it 51 yards, capped it off with an Ethan Harrison 17-yard jet sweep touchdown run to make it 36-0. The point after was blocked on the play, so after 3, Longview had a 36-0 lead. And then in the fourth quarter, Maverick Rowe throws up a high slant pass over the middle to Demarion Williams, a 6'5 receiver who went up and got it and took it 61 yards for the score. And like that, the Lobos go on to win it by a score of 43-0. Longview wins it over West Mesquite. Johnny, it was a strange game, but ultimately the bottom line is the Lobos won it. They won it convincingly. They got to play a lot of guys, and they got out of here, we think, with pretty much no injuries.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
It's worth noting that, again, that Rowe got some extended playing time, and through a touchdown pass, he handled the offense, which is good because if you get into playoffs, if Tut were to get hurt, now Rowe has some experience. The 2 receivers, Reese had a couple of receptions, and Harrison has 3, so both of them stepped up tonight. Taylor Tatum did get a couple of touchdowns, but he didn't get a lot of carries tonight. He ended up with 32 yards. But and then Mason Washington, he did a good job. So I think all in all, it was a good effort on the part of Longview, especially with the offense that they chose to run tonight. West Mesquite, where basically they just tried to slow the game down, and I guess at the end of the day, 43-0 is you're still getting beat pretty bad, but that's what they were trying to do, is keep the score down.
Well, they did. They wasn't in the 60s like some of the games they've been into this year, and I guess I honestly have no idea what they were trying to do, but whatever it was, they got beat tonight by a score of 43-0, which was kind of what everybody expected was going to happen anyway. And I mean that no disrespect to West Mesquite. It's just that they are undermanned and down in that level. So at any rate, that ball game is over, and now we can look forward to playoffs. The last time we looked at halftime, it was Barbers Hill leading Porter by a score of 14-0. That's the latest thing that we heard, but if that stands, then that means Porter will come to Longview next Friday night. And with us right now, the man of the hour, the head football coach of the district champion 7-5A Division I champs, the Longview Lobos, John King. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good.
All right, congratulations.
Thank you. It wasn't pretty, but it was a win. We slept walk for a little while, but I hate to say it's to be expected, but it's hard to get up for a game like this, but all in all, I thought our kids did a pretty good job when we finally got going.
Now, you chose early on. I mean, it was 7-0 when you decided to make the quarterback change and give Maverick Rose some meaningful playing time in this game. What was your thinking behind that?
Maverick started.
I thought Tut did. Okay.
No, Maverick started the game.
Well, it shows how much I saw tonight then. It was hard for me to get up for the game, too, I guess.
Yeah, but no, we made the decision Wednesday that we were going to start Maverick. And Andrew's fine. I mean, that's the first thing. Let everybody know he's fine and probably could have played. I know it wasn't probably could have played. And, we went with Maverick, and he did a good job, made some plays.
Threw some balls, threw some touchdown passes. He had a couple of big passes to Reese that set up a touchdown, and then that last pass, the youngster, a 6'5" youngster who made a heck of a catch on it, Damarian Williams.
Yeah, good to see D.D. get him a score there. He made a heck of a catch. Ball was high, of course, but D.D.'s about 6'5" or 6'6", and he's long, and he made the play.
He did.
But probably the most impressive throw Maverick made all night was running to our sideline and threw it left-handed.
That wasn't.
That was unbelievable.
So,
how does that make you feel, Coach?
Well, he gave me a grin on that comment, but anyway.
I would have given money to hear that comment.
Yeah, but it was a heck of a play. And the guy was open. That's really probably the only way he could have gotten the ball off because he's running to his left and he's right-handed and couldn't get his shoulders turned. He just kind of threw an alley-oop.
It worked. It was complete.
First down, Lobos.
Take and run.
Sometimes you got to get off script.
Coach, help me. What exactly was the game plan from West Mesquite? Were they playing four corners, just trying to take the air out of the ball?
I think so. They've always played with a lot of tempo, and he did differently tonight. He slowed it down and milked the clock and, tried to limit the possessions that we had. I'm sure he felt like he had an uphill battle. It's the best chance for his kids to stay close and have a chance at the end of the game. So it's good game plan on his part.
Okay. As far as the defense was concerned, again, got a lot of guys in. Anybody hurt out of this bunch?
No, I think we're good. We got some bumps and bruises. Some guys that we pulled out didn't play the second half. But I think all in all, we should have everybody available next week.
Talk about Brendan Reese's game tonight because it seemed like he made every tackle tonight.
He made a bunch of them. D-line did a good job of absorbing blocks and freeing him up to make those plays. But he had a heck of a night. And, Thomas Rowell, I think, had 2 interceptions.
Yeah, 2 of them.
Right place at the right time. That's what Thomas Rowell's about. And he's an intelligent player. And just glad to see him have that kind of success. You wouldn't know Thomas was in a room or on the field. He's very quiet, but he does his job. He's got a great awareness and football intelligence. So proud of him.
So all things done, mission accomplished. You won the ball game. You won it decisively. Didn't seem to get anybody hurt. Managed to play a lot of players, and now you can focus on the games that really, really matter starting next week.
Yeah, it's what I was told coming off the field. It was tied 21-all. They were in overtime.
Oh my gosh!
Porter had a field goal blocked by Barbers Hill there to send it to overtime. It's kind of what I was told. Based on what some information our coaches got, but
then you probably got better information than we've got up here. I can tell you.
But we'll see. You know how some of those apps are. Some of those scores are true, some are not. So, but either way, we're guaranteed a 1-game season, and that's what everybody in the state's guaranteed. First round playoffs always makes me nervous because you're matching up against a lot of times it's an unfamiliar opponent, somebody that. You really don't have much comparison with because you hadn't played common opponents, and so it's always a challenge.
So is it the loser of the game comes to Lobo Stadium next Friday night?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If that happens, do you know what time the kickoff will be?
No. The only thing we decided early was Friday night.
Okay.
We got that out of the way because of playoff rentals. We had a bunch of people calling and asking about Lobo Stadium, so I wanted to at least be able to give them an answer. So we we decided on Friday night for one of those two schools, which I think it will be.
I don't think we've ever played either one of those two, have we?
We were scheduled to play Barbers Hill in 08, and then Hurricane Rita came through. And the game got canceled on a Wednesday. We picked up Evangel, of all people, to pick up back in the day. So,
yeah.
But no, New Caney Porter's a pretty new school, and no, we have not played them. We've had opportunities to play them in the playoffs, and it never worked out. But so it's going to be one of those two.
So, Coach, I'm sorry.
No, I just want to think, unless something crazy happens with Port Arthur Memorial and LaPorte, which, I don't think anything crazy happened. So that was the highest possibility, was loser of that game.
So, big picture, the 30,000-foot view, how do you feel about your football team going into the playoffs?
I feel good about it. That doesn't mean I'm not going to be nervous. It's a one-game season. Crazy things happen. That ball bounces funny ways, and you've got to deal with teenagers, from ages 14 to 18, 19 years old, and, just get them locked in and go play our best football. It's I want to think I've learned a lot from my mistakes or some of my shortcomings, and, I try not to repeat them. So, been in situations like this and go in and feeling quite confident and come out with a black eye, and I don't want a black eye. And then we got to go play our best football, got to be healthy and be ready to play. And we got what we wanted. We got a home game, got another game at Lobos Stadium, and regardless of who it is, we have to go play well.
When you get ready for a playoff game after a long 10, 11 weeks and 10 games, and now you get into the situation where now you got to go out there and just and amp it up again. So what does your practice look like? How does your routine, does it change? Do you take into account the fact that they played 10 ball games, and how do you adjust things to keep them rested or get them ready without wearing them out, I guess?
Well, you have to change some things up. No, we're still going to block, we're going to tackle, we're going to throw, we're going to catch, we're going to try to get off of blocks and things like that. But you have to change it up. There's only so many blows that body can take, in the wear and tear of a 10-game season. Now, this week I didn't think Friday was ever going to get here. It just seemed like forever, but our kids did a good job with how they practice. We backed off some this week. We still got our quality reps with good on good, and we cut some of the team out versus our show team because we felt like, basically we've seen the same defense, the same kind of offense for 6 or 7 times this year. So it was not like we would be unfamiliar with the scheme of who we were playing, but we needed to practice fast, practice hard, good on good, and move on. So, but we'll look at the drawing board going back in of who we play and how different they are, what they do that we feel gives us trouble, and we'll tweak our practice schedule based on that. So, but it'll still be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday after school, Thursday during the period, and Friday game. So it'll be pretty much the same plan, but some of that group work and the hookup work that we do will be different.
Very good. Johnny?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say the defensive line to me continues to play great every week, and I thought they were very effective tonight also.
Yeah, they've been great all year long. There's a couple of times we got out of a gap tonight, and I don't know if it was the D lineman or the linebacker fit the wrong gap. I have to go back and look at the videotape, but I know we were out of a gap, but no, for the most part, our defensive line's played really good. We're still rolling a bunch of kids in there, and they're playing hard. They're physical. They're fast. They're smart. Just great kids to coach. They've spoiled Brandon Bonds. He's done an excellent job with that defensive line. All of our defensive coaches, Coach Hart with the linebackers, Bonds with the D-line, Coach Rankin with their safeties, Coach House with the secondary, and, of course, Coach Berry coordinated all. They do a great job. Get a lot out of our kids.
It's been fun to watch them all year long. Okay, as far as the travel agency job is concerned, what's the John King itinerary this weekend? Because you got to go to Charlottesville, Virginia?
Charlottesville, Virginia. Never been there. It's going to be a 5 a.m. flight out of DFW.
So you're spending the night here tonight?
Spending the night. Well, I don't know if I'd say spend the night.
Sleep in the truck.
I'm going to take a nap in a motel room. Here's the kicker, though. 5 a.m. flight to Charlotte, and then when in Charlotte, I've got a connection to get on the plane and get to Charlottesville.
Oh, my.
35-minute window.
Oh, my.
So the plane don't need to be late, and I don't need to be dragging my tail. If I miss that connection, I got to drive 4.5 hours. So I got plan B ready, but They may see another gear out of Coach King in that airport.
Go, OJ, go.
Don't pull something.
Well, I don't know if I can go that fast and pull anything anymore.
And I got to mention how cool it was. We watched the end of the Rangers game, and then I flipped it over and watched the end of the Georgia Tech game. And a young Haynes King is lighting it up in the ACC.
Yeah, he had a heck of a game the other night. The whole team played well. They ran the ball effectively, played good defense at times, got a turnover when it mattered, and they just made some plays. And when you can run for 242 yards in the fourth quarter alone,
wow.
It sure takes a lot of pressure off the quarterback, but I was proud. I'm proud of the team, and, they didn't have much of a chance in some people's eyes, and they got down double digits 2 or 3 times and were down 10 in the fourth quarter and came back and win. So I'm just proud of him. He played well, but he knows this. It's what you've done for me lately. You can go from the
he knows
from the penthouse to the outhouse.
He got
quick.
2 years of that before he got
He knows. All that matters is this week.
Well, Coach, congratulations on tonight, and congratulations on Haynes' performances so far, and best of luck tomorrow night. Thank you for coming up as always, and we look forward to next week in the playoff game.
You bet. Well, we need a big crowd, and hey, go vote.
Yes, sir.
Elections Tuesday. Go vote.
We'll do it. All right. John King, the Longview head football coach. Longview wins it tonight by a score of 43-0. Don't forget, again, we'll be telling you, you'll see it on social media. We'll be putting it out there on radio and newspapers and TV everywhere to let you know what time the game will be next Friday night. But we do know that Longview will be playing next Friday night at home at Lobo Stadium. Right now, we don't know if that's Porter or Barbers Hill. Can't find anything out to tell you, but we'll try to find out. What have you got? Okay, New Caney Porter beat Barbers Hill. Okay, and that score, go ahead, Coach, go ahead. You can put it back on if you'd like.
No, it means we'll get Barbers Hill at home.
Okay. And that's, okay, so no score there. But all right. So
Barbers Hill team that beat Port Arthur Memorial 52-29. They're pretty good now. So we got our hands full.
Okay, well, we know then it's Barbers Hill, and so that kind of changes things. I guess that surprises you a little bit, huh?
A little bit surprised because Barbers Hill could have been first in the district and they've been a 1 seed. Now they're a 4 seed. That's how quick it can flip.
Welcome to Longview.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach King, thanks very much. All right, so we know now that it's going to be Barbers Hill against Longview. We don't know the kickoff time yet. Could be 7, could be 7:30. We'll let you know that as we go about it, as we get later into the week, but we'll know that soon. Again, thank you very much for listening tonight. For Matt Morton, for Johnny Vaughn, I'm Brian Houston. Again, the final score tonight, Longview 43. West Mesquite, nothing. Thanks very much for listening. You have been listening to Longview Lobo Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
Thanks for listening to the Longview Lobo Postgame Show, an exclusive broadcast presentation on 106.5 Jack FM.
Also brought to you by the law offices of Sorey and Hoover.
Why hire the Lobo lawyers? Because if you've been seriously injured through no fault of your own, you don't have to fight the insurance company alone. We are your pack, and we will fight for you. When it's time to Lobo up and lawyer up, call Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. Board-certified personal injury trial lawyers. 903-CALL-DAN. That's 903-CALLDAN. Sorey and Hoover, the Lobo Lawyers.
Bigger, faster, stronger, more experienced, just better. This is who we are. And they know it, too.
You've been listening to Longview Lobo High School Football on 106.5 Jack FM.
The Longview Lobo Football Radio Network, presented by Peters Chevrolet, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Buick, and Longview. Longview Kilgore Cable TV. The law offices of Sorey and Hoover. Eastman Credit Union. First Choice Personnel. Sophie's Car Wash. Bish, RV of Longview. Christus Good Shepherd Medical Center. The Bug Police. Flood Out Restoration. McDaniel's Quality Body Works. And Telco Plus Credit Union. This is the Lobo Nation on the Longview Lobos Radio Network, 106.5 Jack FM.